Now, can you see me now? Can you hear me? How about now? Hello? Can you hear me now? You can see me and everything? You can see me, hear me, dance with me? Greetings! How do I sound? Look okay? Everything okay? Wow. I done did it again. I slipped up here just see what I have. You are my first baby. You should come on up here. You, all systems are go. The invasion has begun. Thank you once again, boys and girls and children of all ages, for jumping in here just to amuse me, and hopefully I can amuse you. Maybe we can find about something to jabber about. I want to start every one of my shows with a little blessing from God. Dear God, please bless this invasion and all that come in this studio. And I ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. Now, I want to tell y'all right now, I am upset. I'm sitting here. I got to quit watching these news on about the political stuff, about what's going on in our country. I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed. Dale Hayslip, how you doing, Bubs? And dadgummit, man. It's getting crazy out there, people. I actually got out alive, and just there wasn't nobody really hanging out and stuff. So I figured I'd try to figure it out once again. I have CRS. I can't remember shit, so I have to. It's like starting over every time I do this. Kill the bordering. How do you kill the bordering? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like these? Like that? But then I can't see it. I can't see. I say I can't see chat. If I don't do that, I can't see chat. Boredom. Yes. Oh, kill the boredom. Okay. Gotcha there, big that boy Eric guy. What's going on? Anybody fishing? Anybody running around naked with cockaburs on their butt? What's going on in this world? Anybody that got any interesting details they want to share with the world? I did a lot of moving today. I got a big ass stove moved out of my garage into a storage unit that must have weighed about 600 pounds. Two guys in a truck. Why would anybody move theirself? I'm telling you. But how do you invite people? Let's see. Invite. Let's see. Copy. Anybody want to come up and say hello? I'm with it. I always need somebody to jabber with. Don't be scared. If I can did it, y'all can did it. I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat now, this is gonna be fun. You got pulled over today. Well, Eric, you broke the law, man. You, your friend could have been coming the other way. You could have had a terrible accident. Be careful out there. I don't know, man. I'm just having a good time, trying to figure out stuff. You know, just gonna have to. What the hell's that smell? Phew. Oh, that's what it was, Coach. What are you doing on the invasion, man?
Hey man,
What are you
I
doing? What are you doing, hero?
was trying to look for a spaceship. I found one.
Nah, you didn't find my spaceship. This is I keep that on Inviso mode because Abbott's always looking for that son of a bitch.
Okay, okay. Uh, hey
I,
Curtis.
hey, I seen you actually all bowed up on a catfish the other day.
Yeah, I caught a little old blue. I
Did
should
you?
have weighed that fish. The more I think about it, I don't know. That fish may have been 9 pounds. He's a pretty good sized fish.
Well, did you dip
But it
him in
don't
some?
matter. I mean, he wasn't no monster. But I did catch one.
Did you dip him in the grease?
No, I turned him back. Hey, Chris
Curtis,
Evans.
how you doing, brother? Mr. James Kirkpatrick,
Hey, James.
Chris Everett. Got room for one more. Somebody wants to come up here and jabber with us. So, what were you using for bait? Carp?
Skipjack. Skipjack's about all I use, unless I use live bait, bullhead or bluegill.
Are you fishing that same eddy you've been fishing?
Well, if you look on Google Earth and type in Warfield Point Park, you can get a beautiful picture of where I'm fishing.
Yeah.
Uh, the the Greenville is built on an old. It was built on the river at the time. The river is a towboat. Towboats came through there. The steamboat, excuse me, the steamboats came through.
I know where you're at, man. I run that Mississippi for years.
Okay, well,
For,
that Warfield Point Park is where the lake dumps into the river and goes all the way around.
yeah,
I'm gonna say the park property probably has ooh, close to a half a mile of water access,
yeah.
and part of it's in the lake and part of it's the river. And I
Well,
just fish all of that area from where you saw me catch the fish, which is in the actual river. And if I go across the park to the other side of the park, I'm fishing in the lake.
yeah, yeah.
Did you
Man,
see? Did you see last October when I caught that 40 pounder fly
I
fed
probably I seen you catch a couple big ones.
in that mud and all during that
Yeah, yeah,
Aaron's tournament? Well, I was in the lake then.
yeah. When you busted your ass, right?
Put me on full screen. Fat boy just asked me something.
How do you put it on full screen?
I
No.
I think click on me.
Oh, let me see.
Well, that might look at
Oh,
that. Look at that.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Ow.
That fish ate me up. Look
I
at
don't know how to do
my
it.
hand.
Ouch, dude. A catfish do that to you?
Yeah, that fish I caught. Look up under my index finger. Let me get that picture up here. Look under my index finger right there where he bit me. Right here. Man,
Dang, coach.
he tore me up.
He sure did. That's about as big as I can get us right here. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Now
all
try
right.
that.
That's all right. He just asked a question, man. I was gonna show him. I should have brought him home and ate him because he sure tried to eat me.
Well, I would have damn sure ate him just out of spite for biting me. What you
Boy,
say there, Stan? How you doing, man?
hey,
There's my
bud.
hero, Tim Molina.
Catfish County,
Curtis.
Tim.
Curtis. Everybody's anybody's here already. So what's going on out there in the world, man? Anybody else want to jump on? You're sure allowed to. I'll share with everybody. Just gets me a gets maybe get some subject going. Everybody want to talk about. Um, Let me ask you this: if you put it up there and somebody tries to come on in, you're my hero, Bubs. You ain't figured that out yet, but you are. You know, You know, you keep on fishing no matter what. Anybody's got gumption like you, that's fucking. I'm not.
No,
I admire you. I'm just gonna go and say that. So you're going. It ain't up to you whether I admire you or not. So deal with it.
I cuss pretty good.
I can't wait to hug your neck and share a green chili burrito and catch a big old slimy ass catfish with you. I
Yeah,
really.
I
I,
cuss pretty good when that catfish got a hold of me. Jody
oh
messing.
man, I bet.
I couldn't help it. It came out.
Man, I was working on Mississippi. It was up there, Crotch Springs. You know where that's at, right? Not Crotch
Yeah,
Springs, not Crotch Springs. I'm sorry, West Wego, right down from New Orleans.
West will
And,
go. I don't know where that is.
it's right by New Orleans, and I had some lines hanging off the back of the boat, and I pulled up about a 40-pounder. And boy, I reached down there and just grabbed him on the bottom of the lip like you would a yellow cat. No, sir. That blue grabbed and bit the shit out of me, and then he twisted. It sprang my elbow, and he
Yeah.
just took all the hide off the top of my hand. I said, "Oh my God! Guess what? I'm never gonna get to do that again."
No, man, that thing. Some of them are mean. Some of those blues are mean. They actually are mean. You know,
I,
I used to do a lot of jug fishing. You know, where you float those jugs down the river,
yeah,
down
yeah,
that down at 15, 18 foot water.
yeah,
And I had 3 foot, 4 foot lines. I always fish real shallow, right up in
yeah,
the top of the water column.
yeah. I don't
And
even. I don't even know how I gave. I don't even remember how I gave. I'm pitiful when it comes to this giving wrenches shit. How do you do that again?
when it's over with, listen to me. When you get through with this stream, and
Uh huh.
it'll be on your channel, in your where it'll be. And
Yeah.
you just go down through there and click on names. It'll be three little dots off there to the right of each name. You
Well,
can't do it during the live stream. Now you can do it on a second
yeah.
device.
Yeah. On what right now, all you can do is block them or put them in timeout.
Yeah, but it'll be three little dots by each chat, each sentence there. And you click on it, down towards the bottom of it, it'll say make a moderator or add as a moderator or something. You just click on that and they automatically
Yep.
moderate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You are going to be next, Tim Molina, guarantee it. And a couple more that's here tonight. You know, maybe all of you. Hell, I ain't scared.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know y'all don't have nobody's heart and mind. Y'all just take care of people, and I love that about most of the folks that I've met along my journey in this YouTube world.
Dale?
Everybody likes to take care of each other. Oh, Dale Hayslip, luckiest guy in the world. He wins everything. Well, I'm putting together a good box for old Eric B. Found him some 33 Zepcos.
Okay.
You know, so I told him I'd send them, and I'm a man of my word. So, and I put a couple other little things in there to tickle him. That's a good old boy, dude. He can pray. Oh my God, that man can pray.
I tell
And
you, somebody else does a good job praying.
JB,
Is Kenneth Powell.
Kenneth Powell's a good
Hey,
man.
I heard him pray another night.
That's my partner right there.
Man, he sounded good.
I think if you took me and Kevin and Powell and put us in a sack, shook us up, dumped us out, we'd fall out together. We're so much alike.
Hey, Green Machine, Dan.
Goodness, man, they got the higher upper legs coming in. What do you do, Big Dan? Goober snatcher. That's old goober snatcher right there, man. That kid can catch some fish. When I call you a kid, I don't mean it in any disrespectful way there, Dan. I'm right behind Coach in years, so you know, I'm telling you, Bubs, I've been around a while. I've been rode hard and put up wet too a few times, so you know.
I think I'm gonna fish tomorrow night with Danny Danny Stone in that Mississippi River thing he's
That,
starting up.
that's another good feller. He's funny as some bitch I ever seen, dude. He really is. He's loud and proud. He is an opinionated fella. He don't mind telling you what's on his mind, and he tries to find the humor in everything. That's what I appreciate about him. I watched this show called Letterkenny, and they always come with what I appreciates about you and stuff. So, and no, I won't get in the sack with him, because I know he gonna have a little boar hog smell to him, but I
Hey,
wouldn't mind. I don't care, man.
hello,
Wow, I got the One Toe Club Art in here. What's going on, my brother?
Jody, are you fishing right now?
That's Art the Great. Catfish Slayer. Boy, that sucker caught a big old catfish. I've never caught one that big. What that thing weigh? 94 pounds.
He
What a
was a big
fish!
one. He was a good
What
fish.
a fish! Hey, he made. That's the only thing I've ever seen make Art look small. Because when you put it together and that thing, he laid down beside that fish. That fish was so big, Art didn't look as big as he was. I know he's a big old boy. Dadgummit, Jody.
They had some storms come through up there last night. We did too though.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Have you fished that? You ever fished that dock they fish on?
no man, that dock's on the other side of the world from me.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, I'm about halfway probably between you and the dock.
Yeah. Art said he's 6'3" and 400 pounds. That was a long fish, man. That was about a 5.5, 6 foot fish itself. Did
Yeah,
it?
that was a good one.
Uh, Best one I've seen caught live. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Except for Epics and Manatee he caught. Good God Almighty, that was
I
a
didn't
pit.
see that live. I saw a video of it.
Well, I mean video, too. I didn't mean live. I think it was. I had went back and watched Art. It wasn't live, but I call it live to me. Shit, live, not just a picture; it's a video.
Yeah.
Man, once y'all send some of that rain to New Mexico, we could sure use it. Don't believe me? Ask Cameron and Tim.
Hmm.
We burning up, man.
Stan, it rained here
56 inches.
for about 4 days. So it's all moved up there to you now. They tell me the Arkansas River and all the water in everywhere in Arkansas is flooded in North Arkansas. And all that water's got to come by me eventually.
Like that. All right, cool.
Hey, Buck. Buck came up on my live the other day when I was fishing. That's the first time I've ever talked to him.
Yeah, Buck seems to be a decent cat. Oh, hell, he's in here right now. What are you doing, Buck?
He just came in. For a Yankee, he seemed pretty good.
For a Yankee? He a
Yeah,
Yankee?
for a Yankee.
I ain't gonna hold that against him, hell. Cameron does get after it. That boy don't mess around. He's got him dialed in, man. He's mobile though, he can get back up in there in all them little creeks. I bet he'd have fun back down there on the muddy river, walking around down at that bottom down there with them big old yellow cat that old Chris fishes for.
You talking about dry out there in Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, all that desert country. It wouldn't take but one pipeline,
Dude, I've said that 100 times.
and they could put plenty of water out of the Mississippi River out there just in no time.
I mean, it would it'd help stop flooding somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because you could really pump some water, and it could just be a flat line across. Why haven't they done that? You know why? Because they want to use water as an instrument against us.
I don't know.
Stan, you caught a 140-pound fish?
No, he ain't caught no 140-pound fish. He just talking. He's still on that gas from that operation.
Oh, is that what it is? He's on meds, huh?
He's in Pennsylvania. You know how them folks are. Look at
Yeah,
them chunky 40 pounders.
yeah. It'd be a chunky 140, huh? I don't know, man. Just curious. I've caught some big fish in my life, but I ain't never caught no catfish that big. I've caught a lot of fish over 140 pounds. Ain't none of them ever been a catfish, sorry to say. I've caught sharks, tuna, grouper.
There's a professor at Texas A&M that I don't know his name. I never met the guy, but I made 2 propositions to a graduate student over there that I know real well. One was that pipeline going to between going to New Mexico and North Texas across there, and the other was, and I see them now. You can buy them, but put floating generators out there along the edge of the river.
Yeah.
Float with
Yeah.
a paddle wheel on it.
Yeah.
Man, you could generate so much electricity and it just go up and down with the river,
Yeah.
And you'd
Well,
have
we used to make one. We used to make a couple of them on our river. We had 2, one on each side of the. We had made our own little houseboat, and we just took alternators and
there you
kept
go.
batteries charged up and used
That's right.
low voltage water.
Right.
Because it didn't push it very fast, but it was enough to turn that alternator.
Well,
And it charged it.
you look at the current on the Mississippi, it's 7 miles an hour. Man, that is a whirl of paddle wheel.
Yeah. I've caught sharks over 800 pounds, probably over 1,000.
But that professor really liked that idea. And A&M, Texas A&M got a lot of political pull.
That's where I went to school.
Oh, really? You a Aggie?
Yeah. Yeah. I took oceanography in Galveston, Texas A&M.
Well, is it true they had to plant grass on the football field instead of turf so the cheerleaders could graze at halftime?
I think you've been messing with Stan's medications. I got your own. I heard what you're saying. Don't talk about no Texas girl. They're the prettiest women in the world except for Jody.
Boy, I'll tell you, hey, Chrissy Brown, I'll tell you one thing them Texas women can do. They can wear a pair of blue jeans.
Yes, sir. Hi there, no wonderful lady, Miss Chrissy Brown, the better half of that notorious outlaw, that downtown Ernie Brown. But yeah, man, I've enjoyed my life, the type of fishings I've done, and I've never really found one fish that I like to catch. I like to catch them all. I like putting hooks in all of them. Texas A&M is in College Station, but they have an offshoot, an oceanography division in Galveston. I took a few classes at College Station before I transferred over to that area.
What meteorite, Buck? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you. I must have missed that.
I had a meteorite. By the way, anybody wants to, I guess, Jody's the only one can drop a link at this moment. I don't know. Where's the leg?
It's kind of sort of fast. Oh yeah, I know where that is. I hadn't heard about it.
Get over there and start looking for it. It's always worth money.
Yeah, I imagine them farmers over there already got a backhoe and picked it up and hauled it to the shop.
There's the shogun 9 Hour Jeffrey Allen. How you doing, my bubs?
Hello, Jeffrey.
That's a good fella right there. I like that fella. And I don't like too many people. I just like everybody. But yeah, we have what they call a stream field right close to where I live here in Santa Fe, You can drop any links if you want to. If you see somebody needs a link drop, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Concord.
yeah, we have what we call a strewn field. We had some meteorites hitting here. I found several pieces. I sold one piece for about $1,200,
Yeah,
but it was a chunk, man. It weighed about a pound and a half. But it had you could just tell as it come in, how it burnt and karma, just
yeah.
kind of melted over the top like molten metal. I've got a couple. I've still got 2 or 3 pieces because I found several of them because it was really a hot rock too. It had a lot of iron to it, but it also had some iodine in it.
I forget the one that's really, really valuable.
Hog leg, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, Hog leg.
Oink oink and all that good stuff. Let's see. Anybody wants to jump up there? You're allowed to. I can throw this right here, like here, and that. Wham! We all got the whole thing. Steve, how long you lived around that area you live in?
75, almost 75 years.
Oh, you live there, you live. I don't.
Yeah, I'm 30 miles from where I grew up.
And you taught school when you was coming up, or what?
No, I taught school for 14 or 15 years at the end of my working career. I was on the farm doing farm work, a chemical research farm, a German company.
Since you were 20 years old, has the world changed much to you?
A lot, man. A lot. Hell, it ain't the same place I grew up in.
Oh man, it's changed a lot, man. A lot of people may not recognize it because they don't really pay attention. But my God, man,
it's all messed up.
Yeah, it's we used to leave our house unlocked, keys in the car.
Always.
I mean, and that was in Houston. But in the city. But I mean, you can't do that crap now, man. And I don't know what's going on, but our economy is going to shit fast. I last summer it cost me $28 to fill up my Lincoln.
Yeah.
And today I paid $63.
Well, can you imagine trying to make
$4.29 a gallon?
Can you imagine trying to make a living there driving a trailer truck?
I can't. I mean, they got diesel up past $6 a gallon.
Shoot, man.
I just had a guy drop a truck off. I help people buy trucks, boats, whatever they want. I can find anything. That's my forte. And I got him a 05 Tacoma, and this guy that brought it in on a big flatbed,
Mm-hmm.
He said I only get about 12 miles to the gallon if I'm going downhill for all the way. He goes, usually it runs around 8 to 10. And he said, man, it cost me $180 every time I stopped.
Yeah.
And, he doesn't get about that many miles,
Chrissy, I don't feel when that gas gets up like it is now, I just put 10, 15 gallons in there. I don't fill my truck up no more. But I don't go anywhere, though.
Well, he got him about 2.5 gallons. That's about what he put in there, Chrissy. Not even quite 2.5.
Yeah.
No, I can't, man. I mean, it's all by design. A lot of people don't like to get political. I am not scared. In fact, I think it's your duty to get mad and say something about it. The last time I got mad and we had us a long talk about our government and stuff, they took my whole show after the show. They didn't stop me during the show, but they came back and they wiped it off. I think it's because I said online that Bax killed my wife. Well, it did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they take it down again. That's what happened. And I mean, I'm not giving anybody any medical advice. I could care less. You're a grown person. Take care of yourself. Me, I choose not to get it. Never got it. Never had a flu or cold in my life. Why would I get it? But you know,
I never had the flu.
went
And
3 miles.
never had a flu shot.
I've never had a flu shot in my life. They gave me that little pick shot, years ago before I could go, hey, don't be putting that crap in me. And
The smallpox vaccination or
yeah,
whatever it was.
yeah. Here, talk to him for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I don't know what to say. I'm camera shy. I got stage fright. Hey, David, you talking about the diesel and all that in the pumps? Hell, fertilizer tripled in price. Tripled from what they bought it for last year is 3 times that now. Wednesday, Bill Cook from NASA, about a foot long and weighing 89 pounds, Mississippi. Well, that Concordia Parish is it's about 100 miles south of me, but it's on the river. I think it's down towards what's the name of Faraday, Louisiana. Faraday's right across the river from Natchez. So Concordia Parish is between Vicksburg and Natchez on the Louisiana side. Oh, don't worry about my catfish cars. That's blood blisters there. And that's where he cut the hell out of me. But he did a good job right there. That's his that right there is where he bit down. You can see his teeth on there. Man. Yeah, Cameron, that was a mean little fish. Yeah, I know it, baby. I know it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna look at that river gauge right now and see if they updated it. So I can get all these bikinis off of here.
Yeah, I got to wade through the bikinis. Must be a hard day.
No. Oh yeah, they raised the crest 2 more feet.
So they letting water out or what?
And all that rain in Arkansas and Oklahoma and Kansas, all those storms they had out there, dumped all that water.
It's coming down south now.
Yeah, it comes down to Arkansas and the White River. Some of it go down the Red River down to Texarkana down that way, but most of it come across and come out to White and Arkansas.
Cameron, I got to tell you, I think a blue cat will bite you harder than a channel. Although a channel ain't no joke, if he weigh about 25 pounds, 30 pounds, he'll put some scarage on you too. A good 10-pound channel will bite the crap out of you too.
There's the forecast right there. From today is the blue.
Well, don't you get a better bite when you get a little more water?
I like it low water myself now.
Do you?
Well, it hems them up. You know, they can't be just everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's when you fish in lakes, it's true. But I always that's when I get them slack spots on when the river's running up high. You find a place where it slack spots up. That's where I fish.
That's right.
You know, where it eddy ups.
Yeah, well, all I fish basically is eddies. I don't ever. I mean, everywhere I fish, the water's running opposite of the river.
Yeah.
That's just where I've always. Yeah, I'll be back in the duck. In fact, I think I'm gonna go over tomorrow and take my truck and a cable and pull some of them logs out of the way. That's a good. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing, Dave. Going back in those woods, but I got to go pull some logs out of the way.
Ricky, how you doing, man? Welcome in, David Smith. You know, and
Hey, Solo.
And I know, man. I gotta go fishing so bad, man. I'm just dying to go fishing, and I'm getting closer. Every day is getting a little closer to where I'm gonna get to go, and I'm gonna forget where. I got to hire me somebody to come by and feed my bird or take him with me. I don't know what to do. Might have to give me a little travel cage with him. My fish, I got a little automatic feeder that will feed them.
Okay.
But I guess I could put 4 or 5 cups of food in there and cook 2 or 3 deals of water in it. But if I got caught up and I come back, my poor little man, I call him little man. If little man died because I didn't feed him or water him,
what kind of bird
I'd break. He's just a little budgie, a little parakeet. But he's about 11, 12 years old.
I got you. Yeah, man.
And he's a good kid. He still likes to hang upside down, and he'll start the morning off whistling it up, man. He gets all busy. He loves him some mirrors, So,
yeah.
And I always try to get him a partner, somebody to go in there and hang out with him, but he won't have it. He won't have it. He don't want a girl bird in there. He don't want a male bird in there. He got his mirrors, and that's all he wants.
That's right. He likes himself better than anybody else.
Solo, where you live, bro? Ricky, where you live?
I think he's out of North Carolina or South Carolina.
No, he's Texan.
No. Oh, that's right. Texas Tiger's the one that lives out there in South Carolina. That's right.
Where you living at?
Yeah, Chris.
He's a priest. Who's a priest?
Your bird.
Oh yeah, little man's funny as hell, man.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock? I don't know.
He ought not be too far from you.
Shit, no, he's still about 15 hours from me.
Really?
10 hours, maybe 11. How far are you from Santa Fe? 10 hours, 11 hours? I used to live down by Houston. That's where I was raised, down there by Houston, a little southeast of Houston. I grew up on the Brazos River in the San Bernard. No, he ain't having nothing on it. He wants his mirror. He's all happy with himself. He bites them. I've tried several times.
5.5 hours.
I haven't had to Santa Fe.
Yeah, Lubbock.
Lubbock, that's right. Lubbock's right on the border, isn't it?
Lubbock's in West Texas.
Yeah, it ain't that far.
I used to work for a company that had a farm
6
there.
hours. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Shit, I get all twisted around. But yeah, I growed up on river fishing for catfish, man, and I've said it a couple times. I found out that somebody would pay you money for them. I thought, boy, I was an entrepreneur when I was a young man. I had try lines all over that river, limb lines, throw lines, jugs. I fished them jugs.
That's the same way with
There's my little possum woman. I love her.
That's the same way with Half Century. He commercial fish, put himself through college.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, dude. I got a story I always tell about, my mom and my dad. I heard me in there one night. And, he worked for Dow Chemical. That's a big plant down there in Lake Jackson. And he was a tugboat captain. It wasn't for Dow, but it was a contracted outfit. But my dad belonged to the Seamen's International Union. And when them boys went on strike down there, of course, he couldn't break the picket line. You know, he couldn't go across the picket line and stuff because he was Union.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, man, this thing, they were serious. You know, they shut it down for a month and a half. 2 months went by. They was going on 3 months. You know, to shut that place down. And they decided they were going to outweight all these Union guys. Well, my dad couldn't go to work. And I heard him talking to Mama. He goes, I don't know what we're going to do, Kathy. We got about a month left of bill money left. And I just started laughing because I had a shoebox up in there with about 60 grand in it, you know. And I go walking in there, and I heard Mama go, yeah, I ain't even got to go play bingo, you know, and because she was a bingo player, boy. And so I walked in there and I threw 10 grand in my old man's lap and threw 5 grand in my mama's lap. And I said, here, Daddy. I said, here, old man, go pay your bills. I said, here, Mama, here's some bingo money. And I just walked out the door. Well, here come my old man pattering after me. Hey, he said, no, bring your ass back in here. I had the best old man, dude. I swear to God, he was so cool. He, come on in here. I can talk just like you. Douglas. That's how he talk. He said, Douglas, get in there. And I go in there because you did what Daddy tell you to do. You know, I don't care how big you think you are. I go in there and he goes, God damn, son. He said, where'd you get all this money? I said, I sell drugs. He goes, drugs? I said, no, Daddy, that's my fish money. I said, just pay your bills. He said, well, I'll give it back to you. So I said, Daddy, you already, you know, I owe you so much. You know, I mean, I got plenty of money. I just bought a new boat. You know, I had that thing set up. It was perfect for trout lining and doing everything, catfishing.
Yeah.
And you know, man, it went down and looked at it just before you know, they went on strike. We went down to the Ford plant. And he looked at this red van they had down there. He wanted him that red van. Well, I wanted his truck. He had a '78 Ford pickup. It was the first 4x4 pickup in Missouri County, where I know. I didn't even, you know, except for the mud trucks. And I wanted that thing because I coon hunted and you know, and I hunted hogs and stuff. And I get out there and ride through and get stuck. Yeah. I said, so I said, I want to buy that truck from you. And I ain't getting rid of that truck till I get my van. You know, because when he went back to work, he just went and got it. Well, I went down there and I bought that van for him. And I paid little over $7,000 for a brand new van. That'll tell you how long ago it was.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's 8,000 maybe. I drove it in. Drove it in the yard, and I parked it on the other side of the truck. You know, and I got out and I went inside and I said, "Hey, give me the keys to my truck." He said, "Your truck ass." You know how old men talk. You know, yeah, give him the keys to my truck, old man. He said, "You better watch that old man's stuff." And he said, I told you, you ain't getting that. I ain't selling you that truck till I get my van. I threw the new keys on him. I said, well, go get in your van and go drive it. And Mama looked, she looked out the window. She said, George, there's a red van out in our driveway. And he goes, no, there's not. And he goes, yeah, there is too. And I said, well, what do you think them keys go to? He went out there, man, and I ain't kidding you, it teared him up. It throwed him a couple tears down on the side of his eye. And he had a clue I was going to do that shit. But yeah, that old man was, you know, I mean, you know, he kind of taught me to fish. My old man was a fisherman all his young life too. Then he went to tugboat catching. He worked two jobs to make sure he raised 4 boys. You know what I'm saying? So, and he finally he went on tugboat, started tankering, then he got his captain's license, and he made plenty of money. And but he was a shrimper and a fisherman during his young life, so he'd lost flavor for it. Me, that's why it was so perfect for me to be a commercial fisherman, because I couldn't get full. And I'm 62 and I'm still not full, man. I've caught millions of fish.
Hey, Andy.
Andy A, how you doing, Bubbas?
Yeah.
God loves me. Sweet little girl. What are you doing?
Them towboat guys out there now making $1,000 a day, captain's life.
Yeah.
I imagine the pilot's making $850.
I run tugboats for a lot of years. I got up to my tankerman's ticket. I got my tankerman's ticket. I pumped barges for a long time, and I was going to get my pilot's license, but I got hurt.
Yeah. I know a tankerman makes more than a regular deckhand.
I was making about $180 a day back then.
I imagine they making probably 400 now.
Yeah, they make pretty good money.
Did you come up to Mississippi?
Oh yeah, we run from Pilot Town up to New Orleans. Mostly was our run.
Oh, you didn't come up this way though.
Yeah, we went to Illinois and up and around that all the way up to Illinois every once in a while.
What company did you work for?
I worked for a couple of them. I was working for Western Towing, but I worked for Dixie Carrier for a little bit. Lineman's. I worked a couple of big, grain pushers. And they put them lash barges together. Hell, we'd have 80 lash barges stretched out in front of us.
Well, I don't know either. I don't know those companies. They may not exist now.
Dixie Carrier's still around. That's a big company.
What's that logo look like?
Got a big D and a C, and it's red. And you got Western Towing. They got a fleet service in Houston.
Is that Western? Is that Western Rivers or Western Towing?
Western Towing. There is a Western River Tow Company.
I know the boy that owns Western River. Yeah, he grew up right up the road.
But Western Towing, they have a fleet service right there in Houston, and they run the Houston Ship Channel. People come in and just drop their barges off, pick up other barges, and haul ass, and they just leave the full ones there, and then we piss-handed them to all the chemical companies, coal companies, steel companies, and all that. Right there.
Harbor boat, so to speak.
I don't know if you ever remember when Shell Oil blew up over there on the Houston Ship Channel.
Yeah.
We had just pulled right next to it in a place called Romanhouse, which is right next to Shell Oil. And I was on two 20,000-barrel barges of benzene that were sticking about this high out of the water. They were loaded down, man. And I just caught a line going forward, and I caught a breast line to keep that bow in. And I all of a sudden I heard a boom, like in that boom, 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 and it knocked me down, and I looked back, and it knocked the glass out of our windows, out of our tugboat, and Stumpy was yelling at me. That was my captain that time. He said, "Man," he said, untie the line. He put it in hard reverse. That damn whole plant would start blowing. I seen a 200,000 barrel, floating storage tank lid go up in the air like a frisbee. And I'm talking about 100 yards. I mean, that was a big ass floating lid. And it came back down, boom, and then boom. And then it had another little explosion as we was pulling out, and a ship blew up that was sitting right beside him. And we run over there, and we pushed our barges up against the bank, broke loose, and run over there because we had fire monitors and that kind of shit. And we rode over there, and we pulled several people out of the water. One guy was burnt real bad. We put him in the shower, put a sheet on him, and just wet it real hard. And then the Coast Guard come by and got him while we were, and they said, "What the hell y'all doing over there?" I said, "Well, these people jumping in the water. There's fire everywhere. We're just trying to help." And so we actually got a merit of a hero merit citation for that. And I was on. They had a show that on Houston, a nighttime show that we were on, and I was on it, so that was pretty cool. You remember Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News? Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News. We were on his show, because we pulled several people out of the water and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I remember when that thing blew up.
Yeah, I laughed, Ricky, when she had that possum in her house. She went back there and she showed that possum. She said, "Well, I don't live here anymore." She got out of that house.
Who is that?
God Loves Me. She went home and a possum had moved in her house.
Oh, yeah.
All you got to do is, shoo him out with a broom. But you couldn't convince her because he was a big one and he was all showing his teeth at her and stuff. You know
Oh
how
yeah,
possums do.
they can act mean. You need to keep possums around your house, so they'll keep if you're in a poisonous snake area.
And ticks. They eat ticks,
They keep
and
ticks.
they don't catch rabies.
That's right. They'll but they,
Yeah,
I used to catch them in live traps here in my backyard. I caught 5 in the 5 nights. I caught 5 possums.
yeah, yeah,
And I carried them and put them over at Warfield Point Park where I fish.
yeah.
And then I got to reading about the possums, and I was wondering why I had so many. I got to reading about them, and I live as a ditch that runs behind my house, drainage ditch, separating me from the fields out there. And they was talking about them getting snakes and stuff, and I said, "Well, man, I believe I'll leave them alone, and I don't bother them anymore."
Yeah, David, I'm telling you, it was some hard work, especially putting you put a string of 10 barges doubled up side by side, lash barging down. Try putting 80 lash barges together. Where you had to put bow thruster on the front to turn the front. It was crazy, man. Some of the big river boats we had,
Hell,
and
just putting them transducers in is hard work. Watching
you
them
know,
I watched them put them, drop them in, hold that rope, and let them down and tie them off and all that. What are you talking about, Tim?
yeah, you see that?
Well,
I'm not even near his class of bullshit. I'm telling you that
there's a
right
big
now.
BS over there. That's the BS. I
Uh,
don't. I'm just. All I do is no. I don't even.
man, I've been around. I worked on boats all my life, some kind of fashion, and but I worked on. I've been around, been around. Worked on old rigs, rodeoed, bounced people out of bars, and was a personal bodyguard, and
Well, I've been
collect.
bounced out of a few bars.
Yeah, I've throwed a few people out of bars. I've
I
never
got
been
bounced
throwed
out
out
of
of
one
one.
in Dallas one time.
I was never a drinker. I was never a drinker too much. I drank my fill when I was young, so I really don't drink that much anymore. I'll have a cold beer every once in a while. Man, I'm kind of wanting a cold beer right now, as a matter of fact. Coach, how many fish did you catch today or this week?
This week,
That's a question.
two.
Question.
I just caught 2. I missed one yesterday. I had him on, and he got hung on that ledge out there. He felt like about like that 8 pound fish.
Do you use this kind of stuff, Coach?
Hell no, man!
Hey,
I had to throw 12 ounces to get it to sink. I can't even get 8 ounces to hold. The current
I never seen nothing like until except for watching him on the shows. I never seen one of these things up close.
and that's what.
Makes sense. I've used them before, but I'd have it way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
put regular wine bottle corks. You take a coat hanger and burn holes through them wine corks.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
now I put some of them on when I was boat fishing,
yeah.
but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell whether it helped or not, and it's a lot of trouble to worry with, so I don't fool with it.
Yeah, I mean, I could
But
sense
you
it.
know,
It,
if
it
you're fishing in
worked.
the lake, if you're fishing in the lake, I can see that thing would float that bait and have it wobbling around. But when you're out there in that current, the first thing you got to worry about in the Mississippi is getting weight enough to sink you and hold
Yeah,
it on the bottom.
not carry it to the bank.
Well, you see the way I do it, Doug, from the bank. I always try to fish where there's a ledge out there, a ledge
Of
running in the
course,
current.
yeah, of course.
And I cast out as far as I can and let that weight, it'll work around and then it'll stop. When it gets to that ledge,
Yeah,
it stops.
Yeah.
And that ledge is where you want to be fishing anyway.
Yeah, that's the fish's travel corridor.
And
That's
then
where
the
they
next
go.
pole I don't throw it out as far and let it wash around. And the third pole I throw out and let it wash around. And I throw the first one I throw far, the next one not so far, and then the third one not so far. Wedge 3 baits along the ledge. So that ledge don't run just perfectly straight. It's
No.
got some
It's gonna.
crooks.
Yeah. But
And right now I'm throwing. When I caught those fish, I was throwing 4 ounces.
you
And
use what, an 11-foot rod?
10.
10s. You like
And
the
I
longer
got
rod,
one.
yeah?
And I got one ugly stick tiger. That's a boat rod that I
Yeah.
like. I always keep one of those ugly sticks with me.
Yeah. Everybody's got them if they fish for catfish. Somewhere in their arsenal, they got a tiger rod laying up in there.
I love that ugly stick tiger, and I got 2 of them. I love them.
I've caught tons of fish on them.
I got a boat, Tim. I got a real nice boat sitting on the carport with a 90 horse Yamaha on it, set up for catfishing. But I don't trust my legs out there in that water anymore.
What year's the boat? V-hull, flat bottom?
It's a 08. And the boat's a 07. No, the boat's a 08. And the motor is a 07. 07. That's right. The motor's a 07.
What kind of boat is it?
It's an Express.
Is it
Made
a
over
V-
Hot Springs. I picked it up at the factory.
Is it a V-hull or flat bottom?
No, it's a deep. It's set up. It's a. Oh hell! I used to remember the numbers on it. It's got a sweeping deep, circular V.
Yeah.
It's a bass boat. It's set up like a bass boat. My wife I wanted an open hull, but she liked that storage. The compartment.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got. And it's all aluminum. There's no wood in it. It's all welded. It's a heavy boat. You got 22-inch sides on it and an 80. I think it's an 84-inch beam. I think they call it across the back.
Yeah.
It's a big boat. It's 18 foot.
Yeah.
It runs about 45.
You know that you seen Combat Carl's boat, right?
I don't know if I have them.
I had one really similar to him. My last boat I really loved. It was a Starcraft Beach Islander cuddy cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Big old wide stern on that sucker, 22 foot long. I had diamond plate on the back where I could set my ice chest.
There you go.
And I had a little 4.0, 3.0 Merc in it, Merc Cruiser with an Alpha outdrive. And that thing was wonderful, man. I loved that boat. And it was a all aluminum V-hull. I still could kick my own ass for getting rid of that boat. That would make the perfect catfishing boat. Cause I had it set up right. I had downriggers on it. We trolled with it for lake trout, catfish with it. We trolled kokanee, bass fish, walleye fished in it. We caught a lot of fish on that boat.
David, when I went over there to pick my boat up at Hot Springs, they wasn't quite through with it. They gave me 2 of them $125 seats. I didn't want that little old bicycle seat. I told them I'd pay extra for a good seat, and so they just gave it to me. And I had just caught that fish that's in my Avatar, that 75, and I showed the guy. He wanted to know what I was going to do with it, and I told him I was going to catfish in the Mississippi River out of it. I showed him a picture of the fish. Well, he took that picture and went in there. He left with my picture. I had it printed out on a piece of paper here from the computer. And in a minute, this guy comes out, a nice looking fellow, and he said, "You going to catfish out of this boat?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm going to do." He said, "It's bass boat." I said, "That's what I'm going to do." And I told him about my wife liking me, wanted me to get one with storage and all. Anyway, he said, "You got a few minutes to come in the office and talk to me and my brother?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I guess." While they were finishing up. Well, anyway, Express was fixing to. They were trying to design a catfish boat like Sea Ark, had one. And so they quizzed me for about an hour on different things that should be in the boat. And I don't know what they used in mine, but I told them they needed at least a 80-gallon live well in there with no petitions in it. And I had never seen their catfish special or whatever they call it. I never even paid any attention. Because it didn't interest me. But I was just wondering if they ever actually came out with one, a catfish special boat.
I don't know.
I don't know, but they make an excellent boat. My son bought the same boat I got, except he bought the open hull.
Yeah.
And
I
I
want
really
open hull.
like it. I like his boat better than I do mine.
I like an open hull boat. That's what I like. That's what I want. I don't want anything so big as like my last one. Although the cuddy cabin was so nice, man, you could go out on the lake on it, and you have your bed made up in there. You just get tired of fishing, go take you a baby nap, and listen for a reel to go off. So
Yeah.
I did enjoy it for that. I did enjoy it for that.
I
I took that boat all the way up to the Columbia River, fish sturgeon with it, and king salmon with it.
I looked into getting the one with a half cab on it or a full cab because I winter fished. I fished all year round, but the winter time was the best time, and I was going to put an air conditioner in for summertime.
Yeah.
With those hanging curtains with magnetic curtains.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do to the back of it, and but I didn't. I backed out on it.
I don't know, man. So you ready to sell that boat or what?
I'm gonna give it to my grandson.
Are you?
He's 14, and
does he know it yet?
I don't know whether his parents have told him or not. But I've told my son, that when he gets up there and starts acting a little better, he loves to fish. He loves to work in the garden. He loves to work in the yard. He does.
That's a good kid.
And no, he's sorry as hell.
Is he? I don't know. If you get him to work out in the yard and go fishing, that sounds like a good kid to me.
He's spoiled rotten.
Well, it happens.
And I tell him every time I said, "Man, y'all need to whip that boy's ass." And I make them all mad, but anyway, he's all right. He's a good boy.
Yeah, well, you're old school, man. Back when we were raised, and even you was a little wordy, you take a couple ass whoopings from your old man. You didn't do that crap anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom was not scared of none of us. She had 4 boys, and I'm telling you what, I had a couple brothers that were hellions. You know what I mean? And Dennis, he was just Dennis. He was a partier, man. But my brother George, he was biker material almost.
No.
Him, I got bit by a skeeter, not a skeeter, a horsefly or something earlier when I was out there working.
Your back scratcher there.
I had to, man. It's just like driving me nuts.
Well, I'm gonna tell everybody on here again. I've been spreading the word. Buffalo gnats that eat people up down here in the south. Banana Boat 50 sunscreen is 100% effective for about 3.5 or 4 hours on.
Sunscreen? What are you talking about?
Banana Boat 50 sunscreen.
Oh yeah, for mosquitoes?
No, for the buffalo gnats.
Oh yeah. Them things will knock you out, man. They'll pick you up and take you off.
They leave whelps on me the size of $half.
Man,
but
they got
Banana Boat 50 is completely 100% on. And they make it in a spray form now.
Was that?
I read that, David.
Was that an Express, David?
bay boat model. Yeah, I saw those on the lot.
I see. I like, you know, you get a lot of them bay boats got that open inside. I like that. You know, I'm almost, and you can go down and snag one pretty good up there in Denver because people you get these guys that saltwater fish and they bring their boats up there and move to Denver and stuff, and they end up selling them up there. You can pick up some nice boats pretty cheap. So
Yeah, well,
I'll find the one I want. You know, I just don't go without a boat too long. I'm not. I love to bank fish. I love to boat fish better because I know how to read bottom. I know how to read river and lakes and stuff. So I like getting out there amongst them.
David, that banana boat 50 sunscreen, you won't get bit anymore. We buy it by the case.
You know, that's something we ain't got up here too much. Is
No, y'all don't
we
have
don't
them.
have any mosquitoes. You know. So I mean, it's well. I just got a notification that I was live. Now live, the invasion continues. But yeah, I'll just sitting there bored to tears, wondering if I should go live or go to the casino. I might go to the
Yeah.
casino after I get out of this live. I don't know.
Oh, David, any of that banana boat works, but that 50 is, well, I'll tell you how it came about. We got a down in Vicksburg, about 80 miles south of me, where the Yazoo River dumps into the Mississippi. And the Yazoo is a pretty good sized river. The river was real high in '08, and the water was trying to come over that levee that along the Yazoo is trying to come back into the Delta. And they were down there they were laying black plastic all the way over the levee and putting sandbags on it to hold it down. They had crews down there doing it, and the co-engineers put a website on Facebook, a page on Facebook to keep everybody updated because if that water topped that levee and started filling the delta up, we was going to leave here. But anyway, one day, and those things were eating everybody up, even here. And I didn't know what they were. I never heard of a buffalo gnat. And the co-engineers guy posted on there, did anybody know any kind of a repellent for these biting gnats? That gnats is biting these people. He said, we got two guys that are in the hospital in Vicksburg running fever. They got infected, scratching them and everything, and got fever. And a boy from Natchez, Mississippi posted on there that Banana Boat 50 sunscreen will get rid of them, keep them off of you. And I had some Banana Boat 30 that I had bought for my wife. We went up to a baseball game at Ole Miss, and I got that stuff and sprayed it on one arm and went out in my yard. Well, I rubbed it. It was grease form. I rubbed it on one arm and went out, and damn, I didn't get bit 3 times on my right arm and nothing on my left arm.
Wow.
And so I got the Sting E stuff and put it on them 3 bites and suffered through that. And I went right on uptown. I had to go in 3 places before I found Banana Boat. And they at that point they wasn't making a spray bottle, and I bought 5 tubes of. They had 150 and a couple of 30s and a 20. And I bought all the Banana Boat they had.
150 for Irish boys, fair
And
skinned fellas. Yar.
but shoot, man, I don't worry about the gnats anymore. I tell you what you can do, Doug. May 4th on my channel, May 4th is when I caught those 2 fish. And you can watch that video. Everybody ought to watch it. And you can see those gnats flying in front of that camera during.
You know, I watched one the other night. You had some serious bugs.
Well, no, this is in the broad open daylight.
Are you kidding me?
And you can see those gnats in that camera going by that camera.
Wow.
And I was sitting right there behind the camera. You know, that's where I sit.
And they didn't mess with you because you had your banana spray on?
I had on shorts, you know. I didn't get but a single time.
Wow.
You
Wow.
can see them actually flying in front of that camera.
Yeah.
I didn't know it until I got home and was watching that video the other night. And I said, damn, look at them gnats in front of that camera.
Hey, turn your screen towards you. I see about half of you. There you go. Now
That's my chair.
there's the big sexy.
I'm sitting in my rocking chair.
Yeah, I busted my regular chair. In fact, I'm getting me a new chair tomorrow. Again, I'm gonna get one of them good ones too. One of them gaming chairs that's comfortable.
Yeah.
Fat boy chairs, I call them.
Yeah, David, it's sunscreen. It's just regular sunscreen. It's good.
Dude, there's some biting bugs down around Blue Water. You get over there and catch any of them muskie over there? We got a lake here in New Mexico that they had plenty of goldfish. The goldfish took over, and they went and put some tiger muskie in there. And there's some golly whoppers in there too. I mean, there's some 50-inch fish in there. So you can't keep it unless it's 42. Why are you going to keep a tiger muskie anyway, or a fish that big? Exactly. That was David. I was racking my brain trying to think what the name of that stuff was, and
Yeah, skin so soft.
you know, for mosquitoes. That's what we used, so we wouldn't have to use that DEET all the time when we were down because I fished, you know, Jones Creek, Oyster Creek, and stuff place up there, and there's some places down there, man. Oyster Creek, them mosquitoes, you could hear them talking. Should we eat him here or take him home? I mean, they would nasty, man. You had I ordered from Alaska a mosquito net
Mm-hmm.
to where to go, but that little creek had more big butter yellow cat, flathead, shovelhead, whatever you want to call them. It had some monsters. That's when I learned about good hooks in that place. You know, so I started using my saltwater circle hooks that I'd use for big grouper and stuff on them. And that's when I started really catching a bunch of big fish, you know, because you're not going to, you know, catch as many fish on a J hook that you're going to catch on that circle hook hanging from a line out of a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll still hook some, but that circle hook, they get it. They get them. And I'd always sharpen them. A lot of people, you know, always thought I was silly because I always carried a little file with me. Well, I tell you,
I keep a hook sharp, and I sharpen.
if you don't sharpen your hooks before you go fishing, you're looking for failure.
You check your line and then sharpen your hook.
What do you use there? I got a couple. Try this. You know, go get you a black and gold Rapala. What do they call them? They sink. I'll think of it in a second. It'll come to me. But the sinking Rapalas, get you a big one, 5-inch. They cannot, and just burn it. They cannot tand it, bro. I'm telling you. And I've also got a couple of big lures in here that I you know, that
Hey, man.
if you can find a couple of these old dog lures, that's what I use when I go down there. And you notice what color is painted. That thing's older than me and Coach here, but it still catches fish. And you can actually make this one yourself if you can find you some bills that run shallow like that. But I'm telling you, if you get a chance, if we ever meet, I'm gonna give you one of these. People will be asking you, "What are you using?" But them black and gold Rapalas, they're awesome. Countdowns, exactly what it is. Countdown. Get them big countdowns, man. I'll tell you what, if you can find a big orange one, Husky jerk bait makes a good one. Uh, but this is the color here, other than the black and golds, and you'll catch way more fish on them black and gold. Yeah, since Skin So Soft saved my life, man. I'm serious. And this is I think this is an old river runt. Hold on a second. I got a few.
Hey, Brian B. Brian B, I think I saw you skunk the other night with hunt fishing with Has. I believe I did. At least Has was talking about you mighty bad. Caught one? Okay.
I forgot I packed them up today.
All right, man. He caught one. All right. He was talking about you off the bat. I didn't watch I watched y'all quite a while. I didn't watch the whole show, but I watched it off and on for about 4 hours.
He damn sure did catch one.
He caught one.
Yeah, he caught one. But he caught him about 4 tons of dirt before he did that.
I listened to him listening with the crackhead.
Alien based skunk. Hey, Coach caught fish. I seen him all bowed up the other night on one. Anybody can happen party. You can come up if you want, man. I never had to be on my show. You can come up if you want to. I'll even make room for you. Or Cameron or anybody. You want to come up, you're allowed to. Yeah, Brian got one and knocked out. You didn't knock him out because he was deadly talking. Oh, man. Dude, I laughed so hard. Homie go, I paid my taxes. He said, well, you still owe the IRS and I'm the tax man. Oh, dude, I laughed. I'd seen it escalate. I knew it was going to go where it went, but you couldn't blame the guys. Sometimes you just got to draw a line in the sand and say, hey, this is my personal space. Back off. And I don't know, man.
Brian B was gonna tint his windshield for him.
Oh, he did. I heard the whistle. That's why he lost his tripod. But as his lawyer, I promise you, he did not hit that man at any time. Yeah, he crossed the line. And they just saved his ass because he was going in the water. When he comes stumbling through, dude, he was going in the water. I mean, and they stopped him from going in the water. And that's where they made their first mistake by stopping his stumble.
Let him go.
They just let his ass go. No, know what it is. He figured he could get lippy and say, "This is the United States. I pay my taxes. I can go any goddamn place I want." Want to bet? You know what, man? I did. I did. He took a hunk out of me, Bubs. we got these little horse flies down here, and you don't see too many of them, and but he bit me through my shirt and took a piece of hide off.
Yeah,
And
they'll leave blood on you.
yeah, he took a piece. They take a chunk. They're
Horse
meat
flies.
eaters. Son
Horse
of a
flies are
biscuit.
bad, boy.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but Brian B had the security handled down there, so the only thing I wished I could do was I'm sitting there moderating this shit and knocking people out for saying ass or shit and or some crazy little statement that wasn't total kid friendly, and then Brian went to speaking that guy's language. You know what I mean? Mama, you mean I whoop your mama? Oh man, I laughed, but he did. He gave everything he deserved. He had that check. He was trying to cash a check, and you cashed it for him.
Yeah, he let his mouth overload right one, and he couldn't.
Dude, ain't nobody in that place blamed you. Okay, we know you never touched him. You prayed for him with the rest of us. And as your lawyer, that's your story, and you're gonna listen to me, boy. But I say, boy, you can't knock out a crackhead worth a damn. You go look, stand up over, and you just got knocked the fuck out. Excuse my language. I don't know, but you get people like that when you're fishing. In a city of crazy people.
In this day and
Everybody
time,
called him a crackhead. I called him a drunk. He looked like a drunk to me. He might have had a little heroin or something, because he looked like he was ready to nod.
yeah, in this day and time, you don't know what they own.
You know, he
Might be on airplane glue or something. You can't tell.
it was like he's coming there. He goes, I want to see what's going on. Brian said, well, you're going to learn today. You got knocked the fuck out. Oh yeah, those slugger. That's what we're gonna call Brian B from now on, Sluggo.
Sluggo.
It's Big Odds from now on. When you see, hey Sluggo, I'm talking to you, B. I don't care, man. Brian B grew 4 inches that day. He was 6'2" for a minute. He swole up on that boy. He would not. Yep, dude. He scared you. I understand that. He come and got in your you didn't know who that guy was, and he was acting weird. And y'all were being y'all articulated really well in the beginning your wishes for him to move along. That's when he started going, I pay my taxes, and Brian the tax collector took them taxes.
Oh boy.
I don't know, man. That whiskey or booze or whatever he was drinking, it made him 6 foot tall and bulletproof, he thought.
Invisible and bulletproof.
Yeah, but he wasn't Brian proof. Or should we say tripod proof. Dude, I could hear that damn thing whistling in the air. Oh, wow. Oh. But come to find out, they just tripped over it. It wasn't used as a weapon on him. So that cracked me up so fucking hard, dude. I was laughing. The whole chat was laughing, and I'm sitting there trying to moderate it with a couple other people, and we got all kinds of weird people coming in there, and then they're making content, whoop his ass, right? So we'd have to time them out. Hey, don't be talking like that. This kid friendly show. It's Has Life, and yeah, I mean, it was pandemonium for a little bit there. Yup, he tripped, poor little, and y'all saved him, right? Now see. You'd be able to show that in court because he was going into the water, buddy.
Hey, Kenny.
There's my hero. What up, big heavy hitter? You should come up and be on my show. I'll come by. Hog
Some,
wouldn't even come up. Hurt my little feelings, man.
yeah, some of y'all come up here so I can get off.
Yeah, get his old fart out of here, man.
Yeah, the old folks got to get the nap.
You can see him going down right before your eyes.
Lucky got off the bed. That
Yeah.
means I better be thinking about getting in one.
Well,
Hmm.
Brian, you or Kenneth jump up here, or Tim Molina, won't you grace my stage? Anybody want to come up
Sluggo,
and say hi? Let me talk to you.
get the Brian, the bone collector.
He had flip flops. The bone collector. I like that better than Sluggo, I think. We'll call him
Well, I tell
BC.
you, I'm using those AirPods, whatever you call them,
Yeah.
when I'm live streaming. And I done had two people walk up on me, and it scares you to death, man, when they walk. You can't hear anything. That thing is so loud. I don't wear but one of them because so I can hear out the other one. I
Hey,
had
David.
two people walk up on me in the last 2 or 3 live streams,
Yeah.
and that made me faint. That one that walked up on me, the dentist. Did you see the dentist come sit with me?
And maybe
That was the
I
one
got
that made.
CRS real bad. I've been diagnosed with CRS.
Hell, I grabbed my pocket when he said hello, and I grabbed my pocket. It scared me so bad,
Yeah.
and I don't want to shoot nobody for nothing in the world, but that guy scared me so bad.
Well, you
He
never
liked
know
him.
who's going to walk up on you, when you're fishing, man. And then not to be able to hear them walk up on you. That's why I always liked the little yappy dog. I always had a little dachshund or a little Jack Russell.
Yeah, well, I ain't
And
gonna fight with nobody.
no, no.
I'm gonna
We,
shoot that sorry butt if they gonna mess with me.
well, I'm too old. My fighting days have been over. That
That's right.
I'm dangerous now. I got bullets.
Yeah, can't too old to fight, can't run.
I never had no run in me to begin with. So I don't know, man. I center mass. Pop, pop, pop. I'm not gonna take it. I hope I go up my whole life without having to put a bullet in somebody again.
Oh no, I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah, 'cause it's a terrible feeling.
I hit a fellow with a tire tool about
He
15
goes,
years ago.
yeah, and who was that in the live that ended up? Let's see.
That was me. Yeah, it was Skull Rush's dentist. The guy that walked up on me was Skull Rush's dentist. He's not my dentist. I knew
Right.
him. I finally realized who he was. He's here in Greenville and retired, but I finally realized who he was. I knew him already, but he's Skull Rush's dentist.
You just rest up there, big kiddo. Y'all go live here, what, in a couple hours? Hour or so? Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's man's name is Charles. I see doggone. Well, anyway, he got a big old knife. Center console. It's a saltwater boat.
Yeah.
Big old. It's made like a Carolina skiff, except it's bigger and all. And he got a nice boat. I've seen him out in it, bum. I used to see him all the time when I was out there.
Team Glock
Yeah.
every day here. I always take a couple of friends. I take a couple of friends with me, man. I either take Mr. Smith and Mr. Weston, or
Your brothers, carry your brothers.
I take my bull with me. I got a little Taurus 357 that protects me from all, and God is with me at all times. So I got a shield. He doesn't let people get too close to me. He don't want me whacking nobody. So
Well, that's one reason I like fishing in that park because it's locked up at night, and you got to have a combination to get in and out. But this place I've been fishing lately is not in the park; it's out of the park. What'd you do? Knock him out? Somebody came up and you knocked him out?
No, I'm not. I didn't.
Oh, there he is.
He
Hey,
put
Hey,
Brian.
Brian,
He put me in the chat and then knocked me back out.
He sure did.
I didn't mean to.
He double clicked.
Yeah, that's what happened. I got big fingers, big hands, big feet, and
Hey,
you know,
no.
it's an invasion. It can happen.
What's happening?
Oh man, just sitting here being a handsome fat man sniffing air.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean? Trying to wonder if I want to really get up and get dressed and go to the casino, or I'm just gonna. I said, well, I'll just go live. That'll keep a lot of money in my wallet.
Oh yeah, I was scrolling through. I said, "What in the world?" I said, "I seen a screen with Duggar and Steve Mosley. Hold up, I mean, Steve Adams. Hold up, let me. Oh, that's alive. Let me click on that."
Yeah, we down to 5. We had 12 people in there a while ago. That was a new record.
Oh yeah,
Brian B ran them all off.
Nah, I don't care, man. I like Brian. I don't care what they say about him.
I shared you out, but I don't know who woke. So they'll see it when they see it.
I'm not gonna be on here that long. I just wanted to see if I can remember how to get on, and I'll be damned. It worked.
Yeah,
I am technology challenged. So
I think Lance is going live at
yeah, he going live at
o'clock.
What time's he gonna go live?
1 o'clock. He takes over Hog Legs.
Friday
But
night.
hey, when are they going to Mendota? I thought they were going to Mendota
That's next weekend.
next weekend. That same weekend is the thing in Tennessee, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has got his glizzy thing going on, but y'all got a bunch of bad weather down there.
Yeah, but we got a couple. There's a couple people outside of this area that's in it. So
when is that?
Them. Huh?
When is that? The glizzy?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard a lot of people that was in that area that was going to be in it. It's going to be.
Yeah, we getting rain. Weather. We got rain. We got rain going on now. Been raining all day, and I don't think it's supposed to stop raining until maybe Sunday.
Yeah, that's that's funny how that weather, because that's the same weather we had. We didn't get any rain here where I am until yesterday, but it rained in Arkansas and north of me and south of me all week long.
Yeah.
Man, I wish y'all sent some of that rain to us.
Yeah, we're gonna travel down the line. You know, I know it was raining pretty much everywhere when was nobody live today. After Lee went off this morning,
yeah,
said ain't nobody fishing or nothing. I said, oh yeah, everybody getting this rain.
Yeah, no, I started to go, but I had to fertilize my tomatoes and stuff, and then I'm on fish.
You turned your fishing card in and you became a gardener.
Well, I garden. I raised a little garden, but I had, sometimes you got to do that when it's time to do it. And today was on the calendar time to fertilize.
You got a little tractor, or do you do it with a?
Oh no, I just got square feet. I ain't got acres. I do it with a rake. I farm all topsoil.
Yeah.
All mulch, not topsoil. I don't farm no dirt.
You pretty much, where I live, you pretty much got to make your own dirt too, so.
Well, it's raised beds. I use raised beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got corn. Shoulder high.
Really?
Sweet corn.
How many stalks you got out there?
I got 48. I planted 55 and I thinned it down to 48.
Yeah, have you a couple of little calls? Yeah. You get 2 ears of stalk, you be doing pretty good.
Yeah, I know I'll get one good one.
Yeah.
If I beat the coons to it.
Yeah.
That's funny, but they get that corn when it's
If they ever get one bite, they'll eat the whole
They eat
patch.
the whole. They get the whole
Yeah.
patch, and they get it about 3 days before you will eat it. Before it's time to cut it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
They'll pull one down, take 2 or 3 bites out of it, and get all excited and go get another one.
you go up and get it, and then break
And
all the stalks
yeah,
down
yeah.
and all that, man. And that's a mess. And I got 2 live traps that I set out, and last year I caught the mama and the baby when they was headed to the corn patch.
What do you use for baiting your coon traps?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter works. I like sardines a little more.
Well, sometimes I go down there to the dollar store and buy that old cheap canned cat
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
But what we have a problem with here, the fire ants get in it so bad.
Yeah, that's why I like using sardines or them old anchovies.
Yeah.
Cheap stuff. And just in oil. Maybe add a little aniseed to it. And I mean I used to catch the heck out of them with it.
Yeah, I carry them, turn them loose over at Warfield Park, well, over there at the campground.
Good night, Tim. Thanks for stopping by the invasion, Bubs. I appreciate you.
See you, Tim.
All right, Tim.
Have a good
I
nap
can
there,
see
Bubs.
you in there, my main man.
Oh yeah, he always comes in and hangs out, man. He's a good cat.
Oh yeah, Tim Molina is a good man.
Dude, I was supposed to go fishing with him and Chris Flores down in Elephant Butte. But I just had too much on my plate, man. That broke my heart not to be able to go down there and fish with them boys.
Yeah.
Chris, I cannot wait to get next to that smart ass. I love that cat. He is funny, dude. He's a hoot. And I'm gonna go when I go down there, I'm gonna pick up a couple rods from him. I want me one of them flathead rods really bad. I want one of them blue ones, blue catfish rods real bad.
Oh yeah.
Because I can use them. I can use them all over what I do.
Well, let me ask y'all something. This thing, the Danny Stone starting up tomorrow night. How long they gonna fish? All night?
Oh, I don't know.
I missed that one. What's he fishing?
It's a
A
I
Mississippi
think Danny
thing?
is pretty much he doing something. He want everybody on y'all side of the river. If you can, come on up. If you ain't fishing, at least you'd be up on panel.
Yeah.
It's just something he's trying to start because like he go fishing on Saturdays, and he was usually having an open panel where whoever was out fishing could fish, and if you wasn't fishing, come over on panel. But if somebody was coming up there was fishing, then you get booted to the side because
Yeah. Well, how long does he do it all, Brian?
I think we went last time. We got off. Me and Ernie was on there for a hot second, but we was going to get the boat. But I think he go to like 2, 3 in the morning sometimes.
Oh, good gracious, man! Really?
But no, I think with this, what he doing, I think it starts a little earlier, and I don't think it has no time. You fish until you can. You can do it until you can. Yeah. If you're ready to get off, then you get off.
Yeah,
So you got your boat up and running good now, B?
Nah, it's running, but it ain't running good. It ain't running where I wanted to. But
what do you have on there?
I don't got nothing but a little Tracker Force 40 horsepower.
That's all you need to get you where you want to go.
Oh yeah, I ain't in a race to get nowhere. I'm catfishing. I ain't bass fishing.
Kenneth, I'm not going to be on here much longer, man. I'm just, like I say, I was thinking about going to the casino and see if I couldn't win me a new truck.
See you later, Kenny.
You have a good evening, Kenny. Brother. I hope your leg's feeling good tonight. God bless.
Yep. I ain't going to be here too long. I just came up here because y'all were talking trash.
But it's too early for me to just go to bed, so I'm going. Hell, it's at 10:30, so it ain't that early anymore.
It's 12:30 over here.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, maybe I'll just go get horizontal too. Shit.
I'll make sure y'all paid y'all taxes.
Hey, we run off the last revenuers that come around here too, buddy. Gonna get you some. Don't let being scared stop you. Okay, you know. And I always put that shit. I said,
Well,
well, you got
Brian,
that talk done. Don't let being scared stop you. Ain't nothing between air and opportunity between you, young man.
Brian, I got to ask you a question.
Yes,
Here it
sir.
How
comes.
is it that Has caught 20-something fish and you caught one?
I can answer that for him as his
All right.
lawyer.
All right.
He is mistreated by Has. Has always puts him on that right side,
Yep.
and and there that's ledge is over the left. I watched DMZ, Chunga, everybody fish there. I know where the fish are there
Yep.
just by watching them. And he always puts him on the right hand side, and then he fishes that good deep drop off there, and that's where he's catching them
Okay.
fish.
Yep.
And
And I'm always late. I'm late to the
he's
party.
late, and it's his fault. Yeah, because if he beat, I guarantee you, if he beat Has there, his lines would be to the left.
Oh yeah.
You can't throw it.
When Has out there fishing, I know he going live and this, that, and the other. If I come up late, I'm just coming up to just kick the curve and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just go out there and throw my rods out.
Be crackhead patrol.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm security now.
Security. Respect my authority.
Hey, Brian, next time this happens and you get there and he's already where the spot is, you need to throw across all three of his lines.
Hey, I was going to do that until we got disturbed. I was going to do that when I reeled in the next time because he did that on the boat. We was on the boat, and I had 4 rods on the back, and all 4 was going down.
Yeah.
And Harris said, "You know what? The bite is back there where your rod's at." He threw literally across 3 of my rods. I said, when I reel in and bait up, I said, I'm going to go straight across his rods.
My buddy Eddie like that is, I always end up running the boat. Because he want to be up there on the bow getting that first hot cast, you know what I mean, when we're walleye fishing and stuff. I taught him how to fish, and he was decent fishing, but he really learned how to fish with me. And that's something, he's got to be up there on the bow, man. And I always end up running the boat, you know what I mean? So he always wants to get that. He wants to get that cherry spot for it, get that first cast in. But you know, I wouldn't have him be any other way. He has a fishing problem worse than I do. I'm telling you, he's a plumb up with it. He bought a boat. I shoot you not. Bought a boat to take me with him, just so I fit in his boat. He had another nice little tracker boat, but it was an older. No, actually, it was an older Starcraft, but it was a nice little boat. But it was just real thin, you know. And I'm a big old guy, fella. I ain't, I'm old and I'm liable to fall off that son gun.
Yeah.
And I said, nah, man, that boat's too uncomfortable to ride. I'll sell that boat and you just buy you another one. That's what I did. I sold his boat and he went and bought us a new boat, man. He found us good one too.
Brian B. Next time, catch him looking in the camera or talking, doing something, and throw across him without.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it while you can see it. But you did.
Oh, you gonna let him see it?
Yeah.
I think it take
one thing about me and Hags, we about the shits. So we can sit there and I can throw across. I can lock all his lines up in my one line, and it's gonna be what it is.
And he knows he deserves it. And one thing I will say about Has, he will go, okay, yeah.
You got me.
You owed me. You owed my ass. I understand.
Look,
he'll step up. I can't wait to shake and hug their neck too, man. Both them boys, I just love the shit out of them.
We go out there, man. We go to have fun.
Brian B won't give Fat Man a wrench, so he don't like white people, man. He's a Democrat.
Yeah, whatever. You don't have a wrench on mine?
I don't. You made sure of it.
Nah, you a lie.
You don't like me. I didn't do anything to you. I don't know. I'll give you one.
You know what? You know why I didn't give you a wrench?
Yeah, I just want to come and enjoy it anyway. I don't want to sit there and be a mob, man.
I was about to mess with you. I was gonna say you a Willie fan.
Well, I can't help, and I told Willie this too.
I'm just joking.
I hate all of you equally. So I don't.
Nah, I didn't know you didn't have a wrench.
because two people have a problem don't mean me and you got a problem.
Oh,
You know
heck
what
no.
I mean?
Hey, you missed it. You missed it when I sent you a message. And I think it was on LG and them show that night. I said, hey, give me a call. Because somebody called me and told me to go check that out. And I went and checked it out when you was getting on them. And I said, you know what? I said, man, I don't care what nobody say about Doug. I said, he keep it real. And
Yeah,
everything you said that live on that side, I said, he kept it real. I said, that is, you can't fault nobody for that. But you
yeah.
said everything that was correct.
You know, I mean, what
But we
are you
ain't
supposed to
going.
do, bro? What are you supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
do?
oh yeah. You
I,
said that
I
100.
I don't care what you think of Willie Dodson. I think he's a good son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
He is.
You know, and I think he was set up by
He
Mike.
got.
I'll be truthful right here, and Mike can get on there.
But
And
that ain't. See, him and Mike ain't had nothing to do with us.
that's their business.
Yeah.
That's their business. It ain't my
Mhm.
business. But you know what am I going to say? I've never shook either one of them fellas' hand. Never broke bread with either one of them. I
You
know
said
them on this.
exactly.
I know them on YouTube, Bubs.
Yeah, you said exactly what we said, though, and that was funny. You
Yeah.
did something that they told you not to do that they don't go along with, and you decided to do it anyway. So they said they don't want to put you on their channel because that's not how they portray their stuff as a channel.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's exactly what we said.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't hate the dude. I don't dislike the dude. We didn't see eye to eye. You went one way, we went the other. That's it. That's all.
And I think he gets that. I don't think he's been slighted so many times in his life by people he thought he could count on.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, he thought he could hang. He was in the clique. He was with the boys, and he loved you. He loved you guys, and y'all hurt his feelings.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And he doesn't. And Willie doesn't have Willie. He's got such a good heart, but he's got that little line. Once you cross it, you're an enemy. He can only go love you or hate you. And there's no in between. You know what I mean? And I'll never hold it against him because he is who he is. He come up rough. You know,
he's human.
He's human. He's just like all of us. But I'm glad you said that. That's probably the best way you can put it. He's human, just like all of us. We have our failures. We have our successes. You know, we have our good times. We have our bad times. We all bleed red. You know, I've never had a prejudice bone in my body towards a man because of his skin color or his religion. It's stupidity. I see stupid people like most people go. I see dead people. I see stupid people.
Yeah.
And I pick up on them like a radar. I cannot help it.
You call, and it's not to pick on them. You called it out the way you called it out. And you said you just don't want to grow up. You just want to stay in that spot. You don't want to grow up. And I said,
I'm going to bring him to Christ. He's my mission.
Whose live was all that on? I missed all that.
Nah, this was a while ago now.
It's been a while ago. And I don't know what caused the one person to say what they did because it was. I'm telling you, I called him out on it and told him,
"Yeah, I seen it.
Where's your proof?" He didn't have any proof. I hear this, hear that, but you're going to make a video and turn a whole community against the guy. You know, because he knew that he was going to come out and motherfuck everybody.
That wasn't what turned everybody. It was just other stuff, and it was basically stuff that
how he handled it
in the community.
Yeah, and how he handled it, and it's okay, and he recognizes that.
And that's what we try to tell him: don't do it that way.
But you cannot hold it against. I mean, look at Hilljack.
Everybody
Hilljack's a good cat. He went off on everybody. Everybody. And Dan, you know, I mean, people are human. They're gonna have their moments. But you gotta forgive them, you know.
If I forgive them, but that don't mean I gotta talk to them.
They don't know. I got, you know, what am I going to say? I'm an alien? Come on. The government watches this shit. You know, they be tracking me hard. Look at what they did with my boys in Roswell. You know, I mean, I still think that was shot down, but I'm just telling you, man. Everybody's human, and
Oh yeah,
they should be allowed mistakes, and olive branches need to be put out. You
yeah.
know, here's an olive branch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I reacted the way you reacted, or I react. I mean, let's get along. We're all bubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the black sheep had to have a flock.
It's not a in my eyes, it's not a hatred thing
And new
towards
hog leg
nobody.
bubbles.
I see how you act. I see how you do. If I wash
Hog
my
leg, I
hands
come
with
on
you,
your show, you come on my show.
come on, hog leg, get on up here.
How do you do that? Go to this one?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be it. He'll come on.
But I don't, like I say, with anybody in the community, if we have a disagreement or don't see eye to eye, if I don't talk to you, I don't talk to you. You know, the
That's
chat
it.
goes on, and that's it.
It does. The world keeps turning, baby.
Exactly. Everybody not going to agree with everybody. You're talking about over 1,000 people.
Well, all
In
these
the
problems
community.
shouldn't be aired out in public.
Yeah, exactly.
All that should
Well,
be
You
you
done.
know,
don't hear me tell nothing about who I don't like or this. Sometimes I might speak my mind because I feel as though it's
yeah,
said, but I don't go but so far. And it's just, it is what it is. But it ain't no craziness.
well, you know, and I can understand, you know, because it did cause a lot of drama on other channels that didn't really have it. It shouldn't have been brought up
Right.
in that thing, you know. So,
Right. Yeah.
you know, and it was all over over Eric, you know.
Right. Oh
You know,
yeah. It
it
all
was all
stems from
over about Eric because Mike T didn't know this was a little crippled guy that just wanted to be part of the
it
family,
wasn't. He just
and
but he
it's
wanted attention, so he kept doing stuff
he
and
didn't know, yeah, but
ignoring
he
and
didn't know no
everything.
better. Okay, so that's the thing, and they tried to explain it to him, but he didn't. Mike didn't understand it. So, but that's not our laundry to wash either. You
Oh
know what
no.
I mean?
Uh-uh.
You know, you follow me? I'm just glad that there's never going to be any drama here because you know why? Because Mr. Duggar loves everybody.
Hey, one
You
thing
know,
like I said, you keep it 100. I went back and I looked. I went and looked and I said, oh man, Douglas kept it 100.
that's all I am, baby. I'm straight up live.
Yeah.
I'm this 24/7. I'm a very opinionated guy, and I know my opinions can be misconstrued by people with other opinions.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, me and somebody's going to do this
Yeah.
because I got lines I draw too. You know,
Yeah.
you don't get in my personal space. You don't talk to me like I was an idiot because
Mm-hmm.
I'm highly perceptive and highly educated. You know, I'm well read.
Oh
I know
yeah.
a lot of things, and most of all, I don't take bullshit.
Right.
You know, and I just want people to understand that you can come on and have fun and talk about any subject you want to talk about. You want to talk about politics? Talk about politics. You want to talk about fishing? Let's talk about fishing, fixing old cars. I love messing with old cars, and but to have you got to have respect for other people's channel, and that's what I've always tried to do. When I go on somebody's channel, I try to be respectful to everybody, and
Yeah.
not get caught up in the drama.
I say I look at it this way. Just because you don't mess with a person don't mean that I don't have to cut them off. If Duggar, for an example, and the course of it is an example, if you don't like Steve Adams, that don't mean that I'm gonna stop talking to him because you don't like him.
Yeah, that was my point.
If you feel as though that's how you feel, then okay, I respect your opinion. But that don't mean I ain't gonna go over to Steve Adams' channel because you ain't going over there. And
Yeah,
that's how it
yeah.
is. I'm
And you
not
know
gonna
how easy it
take
is
one.
to you know how easy it
I'm
is
grown.
if you don't agree with me or don't like me, click that button, baby.
Yeah.
You know, look here. Thank all 12 people in this chat tonight, and anybody has a mind they want to come up here and say howdy, there it is. You know, y'all hop up here. I'm only gonna be up here for probably about another 30. What time is it? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, going on 10 o'clock. It's probably about 10:30. I'm gonna hang this up, and
Well,
because
as a parent, you don't take no beauty naps.
I don't need them. I'm a naturally handsome fat man. You on the hand, you on the other hand need some beauty hibernation. Yeah, I can take them and give them to pow, pow, pow. Wait, what's this? What's this? Click his ass. That's the best way to do Steve Adams right there. just mute his ass.
No.
I don't know, man. I like him too much. Like I say, people crack me up. Look at here.
Hog leg in the basement. Hey, Melissa. Hog head.
What up there? Him who is made of the male swine. Hog leg.
Man, that's why I don't want to come on your panel anymore.
Why? What did I do?
Because I've been down in your basement forever.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have.
I swear to God, it just popped up. I swear.
No, yeah, I just popped up because you just let me up here.
Well, I just seen you down in my basement. I'm looking
Oh,
straight
man.
at it. I seen it when it come on my basement. I promise.
I've been. Oh, you just been making me wait that long.
I'd never make you wait. You're my
Oh,
brother.
man.
You're my
You
brother
see how I
more,
do
bro.
you next time.
You're my brother more, bro. I wouldn't do that to you.
Just wait.
Hey, Mark.
I'm gonna let you get frostbite down there.
Oh, did I hit Brian B? Sorry about that, Brian.
Yeah, you got Brian B muted, man.
I think he's got himself muted.
Oh.
They
chose to mute themselves. Yeah, that's
Hog
what
leg, y'all get in this bad weather?
That's my next question.
Yeah, we got. Well, we didn't get too bad of weather down here, but we got some thunderstorms. We didn't get no tornado warnings, though. Thank God.
There's my Melissa. Hi, Miss Melissa. Darling woman. Look at there. I done got all kinds of semi-famous people in here. Pontoon Jody. I got Catfish and Crappie. Mr. Mark, the voice guy.
Yeah, he's got the perfect podcast voice.
I'll stay longer, Jody. But who is that? Sholo Big Gay Mama?
I guess Mama.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, back at you. Welcome to the invasion. Don't believe I ever even seen that one.
I didn't say it, Mark. That was somebody else said it.
What did Mark say?
He said y'all too kind talking about his voice.
Well, he does. He does got one of them broadcasting announcer kind of guys. But oh no tornadoes. I don't do tornadoes. How's y'all in tornado alert or what?
No, it's done all gone from here.
Wow.
Up in South Carolina now.
Yeah.
North Carolina. All the storm chasers are over there. A bunch of them, not all of them, but a bunch of them are.
New channel. Somebody that made up a channel.
Make full, yeah. Okay.
Dougie, you do realize that Pontoon Jody is the only mod in your
Yeah,
chat.
I know. I can't do it. I had to go back when I was gonna put some more on them, but they knocked my last show off. The government censored me, or YouTube. I can't do it. You can't make somebody a mod during the show, can you?
If you're on a computer, you can
I'm on the
go.
computer. Oh yeah, go
All
to
right.
the other one.
All right. You should look up there in the right hand corner at your icon. Click that,
Yeah.
and then go.
Yeah. It just. Oh, okay. View on YouTube. It says
Now,
edit.
when you get, yep, then it'll bring up another screen. You can just dismiss that screen. And then when you get to the YouTube side, you got to mute that side. Mute it.
Wait. What are you saying? So hit the screen. And it says I am live, edit, remove, and view on YouTube. So you hit view on YouTube.
Right. And as soon as it comes up, you have to mute it. Or else you'll get feedback.
It's okay. See, okay. So continue to YouTube.
Yeah.
Pardon me. There it is. And then mute it. All right.
Now you see the people's names. If you want,
Not
you
chat.
see on. Good.
Yeah,
Go
but
to
it's loading.
Okay. When you see the people's names, go outside their names on the right. You'll see 3 dots.
3 dots. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
And then it'll give you a drop down. You go all the way down to the bottom and add moderator.
All right. Hey, Rattle Trap, I didn't see you slide in, buddy. Let's see, 10. I got to get up there, see if I can find Tim Molina. I got to make him Tim. Okay, there he is. What do y'all feel is the adequate amount of moderators?
All of them.
Really?
Who said that? Steve?
Coach? Well, they got all kinds of moderators now, man.
How come they're not blue?
Well, they'll turn.
Not on my screen, and them turn.
Well, they will. They got to do something.
Find my name. Make me a mod.
You're not in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, see, look at there. All kinds of people getting up there.
Get Dale Hayslip too.
Hey, I'm doing that as you asked me to do that.
And David Smith.
Yeah, I'm hooking them up. It just takes me a second. I'm old.
Hey, Rattle Trap.
Buck Williams.
Where's Buck at?
Hey, Ugly, what icon you talking about? The StreamYard icon?
I'll even throw
no.
Rattle. I've been on Rattle Trap's channel for a long time, so he gonna get a little blue wrench on my channel too.
When you have to go live on your computer, Steve.
Yeah.
But that up in the top right hand corner, your icon. Just click on that and then go down view on YouTube.
Okay, but it has to be. I have to be live.
Yes, you have to be live.
Okay, I didn't know you could do it that way.
Good night, Frank
Yeah.
H. Let's see.
Lucky, we know how to do it now.
Yeah, look at there. I done got educated. Well, there's Hogleg. I can do him too. Steve ain't been on my channel talking, so I'll throw Brian. Well, I'll be done in just a second, fellas.
Brian Ben's gone to sleep.
Probably. All right. Then I just clicked all the way out of that. Let's see. What is StreamYard? No, it's YouTube. This one. There you go. Now y'all blue, right? Yes, she does, Cameron.
Yep.
Yeah, she does. She's my heart ever mends. I'm gonna go chase her. I'm really gonna. Y'all gonna watch out. I'll throw flowers at her. I ain't scared. Y'all scared of her. I ain't scared of her. Anybody here tried one of these? Here, let me pull up this.
There you go, Buck. I've been reading about them, and I can't make heads or tails about it, but it just seems to me like, though, if you got a signal and it's a weak signal and it's a booster, it ought
You can't turn it up.
ought to boost it to a stronger signal. Common
Okay.
sense tells me
Everybody
that.
here get the rent? Did it work?
Yep, looks like it.
All right, cool. Good job, Hog. I think you're blue too now.
All right.
Darling.
If y'all all take up a collection, I'll go buy a booster and then I'll make a video on whether it works or not.
There you go. I had to start a GoFundMe page for Coach.
Yeah.
Look at that icon. Look at that icon right there.
That's pretty good,
Don't
man.
it?
I like that.
Don't it look good?
That's all fiery. You made that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got my icon there, but when I cut my camera off, it's not showing up. Why is it doing that? Let me see.
I think I'm gonna go buy me a black light tomorrow.
Are you?
All right, Coach.
Yeah.
You gonna wrap your poles or what?
No, I already got my poles painted, but I got them green and blue. I mean green and pink. What color? Green and orange. Fluorescent. But I'm gonna put a black light on them.
We lost somebody. That Brian, he done ditched.
Brian.
His phone shut off. He done got a phone call from Haz to the back cave. Just talk louder, he said. They don't need a booster. Well, Hog, did you finally get all your pole holders, your rod holders attached to your boat the way you want them?
Oh yeah, I've had them up there for 2 weeks now.
You went to that solid steel one, huh?
Yeah. It's
Did you take a piece of rubber and put down the center of them?
not yet, but I think I'm gonna just get some of that dip stuff and dip it.
Yeah, make them just put rubber on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah,
I
Brian's
got
got fish tomorrow.
I got to take them back off though to dip it.
Yeah, well, maybe better. Maybe just to go ahead and just wrap them in tape
Yeah, really.
until you get around to doing it. You know.
Really.
Yeah, just put you a piece of a cloth or something on there, and then wrap it with tape, make it where it'd be soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good old duct tapes, but electrician tape would probably look cleaner. You know what I mean?
Gorilla tape.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
get you some of that shrink tube. That shrink tube, you wouldn't even have to take them off. You just put it on there and heat them up. That's what I
There
do.
you go.
Just get you some plastic tubing and shrink it up on it.
And you get
There
that
you go.
Harbor Freight.
Good idea. That's a good
You can
idea.
buy a little package.
I won't take credit for that.
You can buy a little package. Harbor Freight handles a bunch of different little packets of different size beef shrimp.
All right. That's a good idea. All right. Well, yeah. All right there. Squanish stand just says spray paint.
Yeah, just get you a piece of cardboard and put butter and just put lots of coats on it.
Well, they make a.
I like that shrinking tube though. It would probably save your. That paint's gonna get hard, and it scratch.
Well, what about getting some of the spray undercoating in the can?
That would probably work.
They make a rubberized.
Yeah, you can just make you a cardboard cutout and just slide it down, D it down over the top of your deal. That way you don't get it all over your boat and spray it up.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Well, yeah, they got you get that window seal shit, that weather seal.
Yeah.
That worked great, bro.
There you go.
You can go down to, as seen on TV item and get you some of that. All that is liquid rubber, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flex Seal, that's what I'm trying to think of, name of. That's what I was just talking about. Go as you seen on TV, it's Flex Seal. That would work perfect.
$19.99, and if you order now, you get a can free.
Yes, boys and girls, children of all ages, you too can have your own incredible life-size love doll and shoot something a lifetime low price.
Yeah, I get.
Fix her with Flex Seal.
I get a can of that Flex Seal. Yes, that stuff probably work.
She lost her super mod powers. No, you did not.
Well, y'all fixing to lose me, because I got to make a move, y'all.
All right, brother. You got to kick the cat out of your bed?
No. Got to get in it so he'll go to bed. I'll see y'all later. I enjoyed it here.
Hey, I enjoyed you coming up. Thank you, man. It
All
was
right.
an honor.
Thank you, man.
Bye-bye, Coach.
See
Catch you big and tight lines.
All right. See everybody later.
Later.
All right, take it easy, Coach.
Melissa, you want to come up? She should.
Yeah,
or Jody.
Melissa.
Or David. Dan. Dale. Anybody? Y'all welcome up. There's the deal. I promise I won't keep you in the basement. I pay more attention, I guess. I think I had my glasses off when you come up. I don't know what happened. But Steve had to go night. It was time to. He had his pussy in bed with him. It was time to go. Pussy cat, excuse me. I don't want to get that confused. Steve, Mark, you want to come up and grace the invasion with your wonderful self? I just dropped the link right there again. Just that one's for Mark if he wants to come up. Jody's still fixing her hair. What is that?
What is what?
That sound.
That's up.
No, sound like it's a washing sound. I don't know.
Sound like a what?
I don't know. It sounds like water or something.
I don't know. I don't hear it.
I don't know. Let me see. See if it's coming from yours. Yep, that's where it's coming from.
Oh, I'm sitting. The air conditioner just come on the central unit.
That's probably what it is there, because it just come on.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Buck. He's too short. I only trap Sasquatches.
Hello.
Hello.
What's that?
Greetings. Gorgeous. Oh man, we just hanging out, listening to his Central Air.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, what? It's him.
I thought it was his vape running out.
Nah, he sounds more like Darth Vader with that.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out where the hell that noise was coming from.
No, I'm sitting right here at the cold air return.
Boy,
Sounds like you're sitting on it.
It does.
Yeah.
Sounds like water, doesn't it, Jody?
Yeah.
Better watch out. Stan might come running up here now. Mountain Dew. I've never seen nobody addicted to Mountain Dew like he is.
That was Stan too who put that up. Never changed it.
That Mountain Dew emblem was like a Mountain Mellow Dew.
Yeah.
It does, don't it? Mellow Yellow?
Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
I like Mellow Yellow. That was a good drink.
I still drink it. I got some in the fridge right now.
In that Squirt? You ever drink that stuff called Squirt?
No.
It's real similar to Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, I've had the Squirt.
I like Frescas. Anybody like Frescas?
Yeah, I kind of.
Fresca and gin go good together.
I never cared too much for gin.
Well, it's pretty good with a Fresca.
That Fresca tastes like grapefruit.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's up there, handsome?
Hey, Rock, you ain't talking to me. You must be talking to Hogleg.
No, I'm just talking about the sticker.
Oh, okay.
Good looking sticker. Everybody wears that sticker everywhere, man. They got hats. Everybody got a catfish and crappie hats at the alien.
Well,
he got something against aliens.
I got nothing against aliens. We've been through this already, Doug.
About 100 times. Dude, my stupid male law. I actually won me a catfish crappie toboggan cap.
A pink one too, with like the very last one I had.
Proudly. I would have, of course, my wife would have probably tried to wrestle me for it. She loved pink stuff. But I'd have wore that sucker on live just to let everybody know I can fade pink.
I don't think there's anybody that wishes that hat made it to you more than me, to be honest with you, bud.
Oh yeah, I know, Bubs. I know you did. It was fun. It couldn't be helped. I didn't hold it against you. I chewed out my post office though.
Oh, yeah. They have GPS tracking. I've run into this like twice before, and they're able to GPS exactly where they dropped it off.
They said they put it in my mailbox.
Who knows?
No, you did not. Nobody, I don't know, man. People, you never know what people.
I mean, that's one of the reasons, I charge, a little more for shipping, but I do that too. I do that express shipping for the one reason that it's got insurance. So if you want to make a claim, you can.
Yeah.
Being the receiver, and I get that tracking information, and it usually gets there.
Yeah.
So,
that's some good information. I sent one to Dale hail slip, and it went all the way over there by him or somewhere. Then it came back, and I sent it again. It actually finally found him.
That's good. fond of.
Yeah, I do. Got a good mix, folks. I mean, so how'd your crappie tournament go?
It went good. We had a good time. The crappie fishing was a little hard. It was a little windy, but Freddie won. We got some crappie in the boat.
Ready
And then,
one.
yep, and Squirrel, he got on him right there at the end. He probably would have won if he found him or got on him, 20 minutes, half an hour earlier.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that, man. I was all caught up moving
That's okay.
and stuff.
We'll
so-
do another one.
Yeah,
in a
I
while
love
here.
crappie fishing, man. I love it. I love eating them.
Oh, the next week I put 35 crappie in my live well.
Wow.
Oh,
in one
wow.
day. That was a
The
good
only,
day.
the
so-
only better part of catching crappie is eating them. I
You
love
ain't
it,
kidding.
man.
I like it all.
I like make sandwiches with them, man.
I like tacos and tostadas with
Yeah.
with crappie, and also I like ceviche with crappie. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys ever had that.
Oh yeah. Lime it up.
No, I've never even heard of.
Ceviche is fish cooked with lime, with bell
Lime it up.
peppers and onions and all sorts of good
Onion,
stuff in there. It's
pickled
really
onion.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
The secret to that
That sounds good.
ceviche is to pickle your onions and stuff first. Man,
Yep.
And then I'm a big ceviche fan. I love ceviche. Yes, I make it
I'm
bad at good
fortunate-
ceviche.
I'm fortunate enough that a lot of my fishing buddies are Mexican. I call them Hispanic. They don't like it. They want to be called Mexicans. So they're Mexican, and their wives cook like crazy. And if I want some ceviche, I just drop the fish off over there, and they'll hand deliver it the next day with some
Yeah.
tamales and fresh tortillas ready to go.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple of ladies like that. I got another friend. He's always making me pico de gallo, man. He makes extra pico, man. Oh, that stuff's so good. And pesto. I got another friend that makes the most amazing pesto you ever had, dude. Oh, it's so good.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's so good. He uses old school olive oil, from really what most people don't know. The total difference of flavor will be with good olive oil. and
You ain't
cheap
kidding.
olive oil.
We have a small little shopping district in is it Spring Grove? You'll have to forgive me. I don't remember the name of it. Long Grove, that's it. And there's an olive oil shop in there it's huge. They got like 400 different kinds of olive oil, and you actually go in there and they give you these little paper shot cups full of them, so you can taste the different ones. Pretty good
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Yeah, we had one, and they always had a little sourdough bread or some kind of brisket
Yep.
bread that you got. I'm Greek, dude. I'm actually half Greek. My daddy was full blooded Greek. My mother was full blooded Irish, and we had
Oh, man.
people from the home country used to send us olives all the time and good olive oil.
I was
white
just-
fish.
that gave me an image of just now.
What,
Oh, no, drink a bunch of olive.
it's not a bunch.
Olive oil?
It's just a little bit. It's like just enough to coat your tongue.
I
Like
I
little
get there. I guarantee you, folks running out of that place.
See, I have lard and I have Crisco vegetable oil.
Yeah, I was gonna say my family. It was bacon grease, pretty much.
I like bacon grease. I love cooking with bacon grease, but I've gone to sunflower seed oil, and I cook a lot of olive oil. So I try to get away from them trans saturated stuff.
Fats,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, but I've always been a big olive oil fan. That's just my upbringing. That's how my daddy cooked, and Mama got so used to eating that olive oil when Dad cooked. It's just a better taste to me. You know what I mean? And if you cook anything in butter, just add you a teaspoon or two of olive oil, and you won't burn your butter.
Exactly.
And,
Vice versa. I always do that. Whenever I'm using olive oil to cook, or butter to cook, I'll throw a little olive oil in there. And that keeps it. from-
Melissa cooks with olive oil. I cook with peanut oil.
Peanut oil is good for if you're gonna fry something. Peanut oil is about as good as any of them.
Yeah.
I like sunflower seed. I like sunflower seed oil just a little better, but it's a good clean oil. It comes. It doesn't really hang into the food so much. But
I never had any. Well, probably in a restaurant they use peanut oil when they're frying stuff, right? Because of the high flash point.
yeah,
I've
Yeah,
never
that's-
bought it
that's
from home. I just use vegetable or canola oil when I'm deep
yeah,
frying.
canola.
Yeah, I
prefer
deep
canola
fry
over
all my fish with peanut oil. I'll tell these folks down here that we have a place down here called Sunnyland Pecan Candies,
Uh huh.
and they get I can get a whole drum of one time used peanut oil for $50.
Well, that's pretty good.
5 gallon drum. And you see, they uh they got these things built where it's only like a half-inch thick, and it looks like a trough, and they send their peanuts and their pecans and all that stuff down there, and they're actually fried, and then they use that oil one time, and then they put it back in the drum and discard it. But
Oh,
Still
so
like
they roast their nuts in the oil. Then is basically what they're doing, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally,
Yeah.
pecans are nuts, right? And peanuts.
yeah.
Well, peanuts
Yeah.
are like
yeah, peanuts and pecans. It's all nuts.
Pecans, pecan. Let me help you out.
pecans, pecans,
Pecan,
crappie, crappie,
tomato,
sacolade.
tomato,
Yeah.
tomatoes,
Envelope.
Maters,
You all,
tomatoes,
y'all,
Salt and
y'all.
soap.
Ewins.
Ewins. I've only heard Jody say Ewins.
I've heard a couple people say Ewins. I don't remember
Jody
hearing
said.
say Ewins.
Jody says of the night. She fishes of the night.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, I can't wait to go on my walkabout and meet a bunch of you folks. If y'all have me around,
Talk about.
I need to get out of here for a while. I need to go I love traveling. We had a little 6-pack camper that we actually, got into a bigger camper, led to a bigger camper because we just love going out and staying in national parks. Like we'd go up there to Flathead Lake, Montana. Good Lord, that's a fun place to fish, man. They got some big old lake trout. We went to Fire Gorge and a bunch of Wyoming lakes, and we just fished all across the country. We started out up in Washington, in Oregon, up in the Columbia River. Then we made ourselves across Illinois and a bunch of other places, and that was the rule. Every night we stopped at a campground, but it had to have water there. That was the rule. You had to stop, right? So I'd get to fish. I had a little pulled my little boat with me. I had a little 16-foot Fisher Adventure, and I fished some pretty sweet lakes, man. I caught fish in every lake I went. We were at this one national park. This is not a story. I woke up and I had a flock of about 50 turkeys around me.
I believe you.
And I walked outside, and I figured they'd just scatter. Somebody been feeding them birds because they was all like a farmer turkey. I ain't kidding you, man. I could have reached down and picked a couple hens up. Toms were a little more wary, but I'd never seen nothing like that in my life, man.
I've seen the same thing, Bugger. We had a camper as well, a trailer, right? A travel trailer, and land between the lakes. Walked out of there one morning, turkeys everywhere. I was like, this is crazy.
Wow.
They were not afraid.
We went, we went through Sturgis and all a bunch of other found little lakes coming down and all that way, and we stopped at this other one, and I walked out there was a little point by where our camper was, and man, I just started lambasting the fish. I just one after another I was catching them. There was a guy out there in a boat. He wasn't catching nothing. And finally he couldn't take it. He said, "What in the hell are you throwing at them things?" And I said, I got 2 of them here. Slide your boat over here and I'll throw you one. I used these a little rattle trap. but it wasn't a rattle trap. It's like a rattle trap. And that son of a gun was just wearing them out. We was catching them saugers. You know, I've never seen. I've caught walleye before, but I'd never seen a sauger, like a camouflaged walleye. Is what I call them. But we were tearing them up, man. So I quit fishing. I caught, enough for me and Barb, and I went over there and I made eggs and walleye. Well, I call them walleye, but they weren't walleye. They were saugers. And so I was sitting there cooking eggs and fish, and this guy drives up. He had that boat behind. I recognized the boat, and I said, "Oh, that's that fella." He pulled up to me, and I said, "Well, did you catch any?" And he come over. He said, "I had to come shake your hand." He said, "I tore them up." He said, "Where do you get those lures?" Well, I told him where I got them. Cabela's, I think, is where I got them. And I just happened to buy a couple of them. And I'd given him one, and he goes, "Well, I brought you your lure back." I said, "No, you go on, keep it. That way you can match it." And then I said, "Breakfast is ready too." I said, "You ready to eat?" He said, "Well, yeah, I could eat." He's, "Man, I ain't never seen nobody like you. Just give somebody some tackle where they're catching fish, then you invite them to breakfast." I said, "Man, we had a little sign above our door. It says, 'You don't have to thank us or laugh at our jokes. Just sit deep and come often. You're one of the folks.'" And that's kind of how we let it alive. If my friends knew when it was supper time that you were going to be invited to come sit down at the table if you were there. That's it. You got to feed. We was born to feed people. But I had that. That was a fun time going across the nation standing.
Welcome in, Miss Becca.
Hi, darling.
Hi, Becca. How you doing, Jim?
Hey,
I don't know
Becca.
about
Jim's in here too. How you doing, Jim?
And Stan, I don't know about a nut expert. I just may be a nut.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm a pecan kind of guy. Also choppers. So,
How about
Mark,
like a big
how
old
long
case
how long you been on YouTube, Mark?
what, a couple years? Actually, I've been on for a long time, but I started putting videos out maybe, I don't know, 18, 20 months ago.
And Hog Leg, how long have you been putting out videos? Been on YouTube?
5 months.
5 months. Jody?
I'd be a year, maybe today. I have to wait and see.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's when I made a YouTube channel. Let's see.
Well,
It's this month.
Well, I started watching Chris Flores, and that's how I found all you people anyway. And about the time I did all that, I had a argument with Google, and they took down my channel. So I made another channel, and that's when Mr. Duggar Fishing was born. And then everybody was putting out, and I said, "Man, I can do that." So I just downloaded a couple, started putting out a little content. And man, I got 170 loyal subjects who will be spared when we take over. But
now
look at her.
I've been doing YouTube since 2011, but I've just now started putting out content.
Really? Well, you got plenty. You ought to have plenty of watch hours with the Boar's Nest, right?
Oh yeah, I've got like 19,000.
Oh my God.
You got me booked.
God, yeah, but you're pretty steady. What do you do it? What, 4 nights a week?
Me? One night.
No, I know you only go one night.
Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday.
You're not off on Fridays? You're having a show tonight?
No, this would be Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
I just checked my channel. I've been on 17 months. I've had my channel, and before that, I've been on YouTube since like 2007, I think. 2005, maybe.
Wow.
I didn't have a YouTube channel. I watched a lot of YouTube, but I didn't have a channel.
Yeah, I've been on YouTube since 2011, but I just started putting out content. And what I've done prior to that, I was watching a lot of DIY stuff because I'm a big DIYer, and then been watching the homestead community and the reseller community and all that. But when I found the catfishing community, the very first ones was catfish, Chris Salters, Muddy River, and then I didn't chat in those, and then I found Catfish Weekly, and then
Good old
the
Lyle.
very first one that I chatted in was Catfish and Crappie.
Oh, I'm
Mark.
honored.
You was one of my first ones too, Mark.
Oh, awesome. Good to hear.
And that's how I kind of like found everybody. And I don't know what caused me to get on the chat one day, and just from then on, the first chat I ever put up was "Greetings, Earthlings,"
Hmm.
and it just took off from there. So everybody knows I'm the alien now. So that's
Yeah.
cool. I
Right.
shouldn't have let that secret out. I'm supposed to keep that mum, but. Well, Jim, you can go on and send some of that rain to New Mexico. Oh, mellow yellow. Look at you, man, showing off.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got a big old jug of tea in there. I'll get me some tea. But, or Coors. I got Coors too. I'm not. I like cocktails, man. I never was a real
Fill up Melissa wrote Mark.
Let me take a look. I'm going through stuff on these tabs here.
I joined May 25th, 2021. When I made a YouTube account.
I appreciate you calling me a professional. I'm just up here being me. That's all.
I remember
I gotta go. I sure
Becca
do,
was
man.
in your chat, and there was a bunch of coyotes out in the background making a lot of noise, and your boat was lit up red. And JTC was in there also.
I think I
Jeremy
remember that night. Yeah.
But he had like 100 subscribers. Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back out on the water next
Oh,
week.
excuse
So
me.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been out a couple times since that, but I didn't do any taping or anything. But I got my camera gear all loaded up, ready to go. We'll see. I'll probably go live at least once, and then at least once on Panfish Nation. I think we're gonna try and go live. And so make sure you got those bell notifications rung because we got nothing set in stone. Jody says she wants to see me catch a fish.
Yeah.
She doesn't think
I
I
think
can
it's
do it. So she says you're getting too old to
Yeah,
catch.
I want to see you catch them. I like to see you get in all them. Are you jigging them crappie, Mark?
Yeah, I have been usually. Last week it was cork in a plastic, so it did really well. I'm fortunate enough to get plastics from Crappiezilla. My buddy Jason over there is a good dude. He takes care of me, and he sells some pretty wicked good stuff, which is probably why I was so successful. And that's what I've been using so far. When I went white bass fishing, I was using the same thing, only I was vertical jigging those with like a 10-foot rod. So see, now I'm bait rich, like I was saying earlier. I was telling Jody, I think got a lot of bait. We're gonna see if we can't burn it all up next week.
Yeah. What kind of bait you got?
I got bluegill, I got white bass, yellow bass, and I got a couple of golden shiners. Can't use crappie in that lake.
All right, let me get up here and hit Miss Becca up.
Becca. Do you know there's other version or other websites you can post that stuff on, Becca?
All right, here we go.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to have one of them OnlyFans pages. Jody's like, yeah.
Put them on there, Miss Becca.
I would like
Don't be
to poke the
a
bear,
fan,
but they're not.
Don't be scared. He'd be calling you Tadpole directly.
That's right. He remembers that. That made Jody so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Still
you know I did, Melissa.
Well, I guarantee you didn't make her mad as what I said one night, did.
What did you say, Hogleg? I got to hear this.
When they were out fishing on the dock. I said, Aaron and Tom was throwing her rods out. And I said, look at it. She has to have a man to throw her rods out.
Oh, no, you did not.
Yeah, that'd hurt Jody pretty good, too.
I'm surprised she didn't hire Melissa for a hit woman.
I think she tried to.
Say, did he get an extra skillet bump? Or was that just one of your regular skillet bumps there, Melissa?
Yeah, David, it's the same thing here. They're coming in and out with this weather change. Next week's going to set them off. We're going to get temps in the upper 70s and 80s here. So we're going to try and chase them down up there in Mendota. Try and get Lyle on some perch. We'll see if I can find them. I got about 30 miles of shoreline that I got to go through it. Not shoreline, but I'm going to take a guess there, and like anywhere between 11 and 15 feet. And that lake's a big bowl, so I'm going to end up driving around that whole lake looking. I'm going to have some other people help too if they want. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we can't get us a fish fry. I'm even bringing a deep fryer with me.
Mm.
Man, I think if I loaded up and went to Navajo, we could catch some nice crappie. That's one place I can go catch really respectable crappie, man. And but I sure missed going regular crappie fishing down south. We had some monsters where I'm from. I was just smoking a cigarette.
Becca, I'm not going to make a comment on that. Maybe Jody would like to comment on that, Becca.
Nah,
No comment, Jody?
they're not that precious.
Oh, okay. I was going to say some really don't like to take it easy.
They don't break.
Yeah, I'll better watch out while you talk, you know.
No.
I hear Jody wants to do an apron challenge with some people.
I heard her in there setting somebody up the other night, and then I'll tell you what, man. As soon as he found out he was under fire, he started crawdadding, boy. Oh wait, no, I'm not betting her at all.
Who are you fishing against next, Jody?
In a 1v1,
Yeah, don't you have something going on with Brian or something like that?
I've got several. I got set. I've got that buck from Backwoods, something
Uh-huh.
other.
Backwoods.
Then I got Brian B. And I got Uncle Lou, and Pork Chop, and Jeremy, and you.
You don't whoop 2 or 3
You
of
ain't
them.
got me. We haven't agreed to none of that.
Mark, if you
We
scared,
had
go and
this
say you scared, Mark.
Yeah, she can say whatever she wants. She's got to earn her way to me. I told her that.
She got her when you can grab the pebble out of his palm, grasshopper.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but Tinkerbell has a apron challenge video out.
I've actually seen that
I was
video.
told about that.
She has a cute little kiss. Tinkerbell kiss.
I think that's what caught George Ray's attention.
I can't believe she had that on her channel, man. I just the first thing I seen was apron challenge, wearing an apron all day. And then when she turned around, there wasn't nothing but butt shining out. Oh, look at him. A couple of little camels playing up in there, man. It was cute. I had to admit that. The Tinker. And she's a little sweetheart, too.
So, Jody, how do you think you're going to do in these challenges?
If I don't get something planned out and some strategies, I'm going to pay for it.
You
I
better
gotta get
get
to work.
busy. You mouthing off to Brian B. You know he gonna be salting an area up with corn or something, getting more catfish just to beat
Do
you.
people really do that?
Well, no, but he'll get old E out there with a scuba tank and get him to put some on line for it.
People do that for carp.
You know?
Oh,
We used to bait catfish hose with what do they call that stuff? Shorts, hog shorts, and that. There's some other kind of cottonseed meal,
Uh-huh.
and hog shorts. They'd mix that up and they'd put that, just drop the whole bag down, weight it down with a brick, and that's how they would keep catfish in their area behind their house.
That's no
had it
different than
before.
people dropping fish. What are they calling them? Fish attractors, aka
Mhm.
brush piles for crappie. They do that.
Yeah, made out of PVC and stuff.
Oh, they do everything. They do. I know one guy who does like 1x1s on pallets, and he does like he sets them up like a farm, and he'll put tons of these out on Lake Barkley, and he's a guide, and he just takes his clients out to where he does them. He puts like 10 or 15 of them out a year, marks them on his GPS. He goes out to them. And by like a year or two, they dissolve. He's got to do it again.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Well, I do know that croaker sacks and wild hog inners attract catfish.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Just saying.
Yes, sir. The cheapo dog food too. We used to take down in Bahamas. We used to take and make lobster houses, so we could go gather them spiny lobsters up, and you just go out there and build them, because they didn't have a bunch of ledges and stuff, but get it close to it, and man, they just gather up underneath there. You go up there and there'd be 30 or 40 up underneath. Them boys knew what they were doing. They were farming the ocean, and Lord help you if they caught you on their box.
I got a cousin who lives on a small pond, and she feeds him dog food all the time. So I got a TikTok that shows this spot, and I call it my catfish testing ground. But she don't let me come in there with cutthroat. She's like, "You weren't killing my bluegill." Yeah, she's one of them.
Melissa's,
Oh, there's like 15 or 20.
Melissa's mom had a catfish pond that's got brim and catfish in them, and she fed them for every day for 30 years. And there was a catch and release pond.
Catch and release, I'd be frying them up.
Yeah, well, she didn't want her fish leaving.
Yeah, that's the same.
And,
that's the same with Christine. Her place. She's like that. She's
there. There for the last couple of years.
Somebody who lives on that lake dropped a couple of pike in there that got really big. So we'll go out there ice fishing. And she's like, get them pike, because she's worried they're going to eat all her bluegills. I don't have the heart to tell her that the catfish are probably doing that good enough. I don't know why she's like that. They nest right in front of her house because they put a little beach in, so you can see all the little nests out in front of there. And there's like literally hundreds upon hundreds of them there. What is a cattle cube?
It's cattle feed. They're
Okay.
about this big, around about that long. Sweet feed for your cows.
Is that something like they feed the alligators in the park? The brown biscuits.
Yeah, it is a lot cheaper than dog food.
Oh my, that's tasty. Anybody ever had one of these?
No.
It is it's hard strawberry lemonade.
Looks pretty good.
It's tasty as heck, to tell you the truth. Sound like Darth Vader getting a bath.
Is that alcohol?
I don't know if it is. It says,
Yeah, Mike's hard lemonade is alcohol.
Yeah, I guess it is. 5% alcohol level by volume. Is that illegal to drink alcohol? Or what?
Not at all. It's as legal as it just yeah, no, it's legal.
Okay, cool. I don't want nobody getting their feelings hurt because I'm drinking a little soda water. Yeah, that would be quite a bit cheaper than using dog food. I never, you know what? I was around cattle cubes all my time. I never even thought that. I bet that would work. That's why we use that cottonseed. It was cheap.
Feed cord's pretty cheap too. You can get a 50-pound bag of that. Only thing is, they say you're supposed to cook it for a while before you use it.
Yeah, you go out with a can of corn and throw it out, and boy, I tell you, you want to catch your limit on rainbow trout because I don't know what it is. You catch a lot of rainbows up here. They stock them. We have a good stocking.
Yeah,
hatchery up
somebody started some urban legend a long time ago that corn kills trout, but I don't think that's true.
They fill their bellies up with that. You know how many trout I've caught with a belly full of corn, half digested? You know, I mean, just because people be throwing them out there all the time. They use it to fish with a lot. I don't know. Corn's good for catching carp for sure.
I haven't been
Corn nuggets are
Do what?
corn kernels right straight out of can is good for rainbow trout in the
Yes,
mountains.
sir. Yes, sir, it is. And it'll catch brown trout. It'll catch lake trout. It'll catch every kind of trout. We have
Because corn does not digest. How do you know, Stan?
If it's not cooked, it takes them a while. They eat rocks to help them. They're just like chickens. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They have gizzards just like chickens. They eat rocks to help them digest stuff. If you ever fished on a stream and you catch a wild trout in a stream and you clean him and you see little black sticks in there, they're eating them sticks to help digest. That's what I was told by a biologist.
Huh.
And an Indian feller down here. he
Welcome
taught
back,
me-
Brian B.
Hey, Brian B.
What's up, Brian?
Slugger. Brian B. Security Service.
Brian B. the Chad Slayer.
Yeah, well, he
I
that's
I
about
do
as close
this. That's my everything. I
right,
guess
Gator?
I could move away from the return again.
Yeah, that thing sounded like Darth Vader's.
Yeah,
bat.
what was that noise?
Can y'all hear it now?
No. A little bit.
You know, we do that on the Mississippi because we was always hauling corn and stuff.
Yeah, outside the barges, I hear is a good place. That's my goal. I want to get a flathead on the Mississippi. Hopefully that's a goal I'll be able to realize this year.
There's some big ones in there.
That's what they say.
Oh,
I ain't never caught a flathead I didn't like catching. Even the littlest one. I think my smallest flathead's like 4 pounds.
That's a fun fish to catch. That's what got me to catching, using a rod to catch catfish. Like I said, I was a commercial fisherman. I kept everything until I caught a big flathead on a rod. And then when I catch them on the rod, I'd turn them loose. Or I'd catch them on my trout line, I'd turn them loose. Because it was so much fun catching them rascals that and I'd camp out overnight because I didn't, because I checked my lines periodically, and I'd fish with a rod while I'm waiting, of course, and man, I'd be putting, if the perch wasn't as big as my hand, I didn't throw it, or shad big as my hand, I didn't throw it. I was just throwing donkey baits all the time, live donkey baits up, and I figured out where they lived and where they should be, and man, that's when I really started enjoying catfishing.
I've always enjoyed it since I was a young kid.
I loved it. I liked it because I like catching fish on a rod and reel, but I had never really caught just targeted big fish. That's all I'd put baits on that little fish wouldn't mess with it, and that's all I'd target. That's all I'd fish with was big baits. I mean, if I caught a little one, then I'd put a trout line there and try to fill the boat up with little ones because I was getting $2.75 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
She has the oddest way of thinking sometimes. Or she takes takes something out of the conversation and go, how can I twist that? That's funny.
It could be fun to be hanging out with around a campfire, a couple of cocktails.
Oh yeah, man, we'd put a bell on our trout lines or our poles. On our trout lines, we'd put these old cowbells so when you got a big one. We'd run down there and get him. Who all is fishing next week, Jody?
Jody?
David Smith asked that question.
Paging Jody.
I had to go get my list.
Oh, okay. While she's telling you guys, I'm going to go grab a pop. I'll be right back.
Let's see if I can read it. It'll be me and Catfish and Curtis, Danny Stone Outdoors, Trophy Seekers Outdoors, and Muskrat Adventures, Avid Fisherman, Team Snag and Whiskers, Hooks and Hammocks, Catfish Viking, and No BS Catfishing.
Something tells me and you'd get along.
Hooks and Hammocks?
Me and you get along like peas and carrots, Miss Becca, around the campfire.
But Hooks and Hammocks may, they're going to be busy that day. They may change their mind depending on how tired they are. But I don't think they will. I think they'll still fish.
That's what Reese said. Daddy asked her that. Are you blow drying his hairs? Oh, that's there. And she goes,
Is that little fan he's using? Rechargeable fan, Melissa?
Was that fan cordless?
Yeah, I've got one, something like it I used last year on the boat.
I'd get one on my boat, but I'm out of room.
What boat are you using there, Mark?
I got a 16-foot Lund Fury, which is basically a panfish boat that I got rigged up for catfishing.
Oh, these are just little small 7-inch.
Absolutely no videos will be recorded.
I can agree to that.
Well, folks, I got to go on over. I told Lance I'd be in his live tonight.
What time's he starting up?
I learned the lesson.
I appreciate you coming by, Bubs. I'm honored that you're out there on the panel, Bubs. Thank you so much. And your lovely wife, Melissa. She's so cool.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see Lance isn't live yet. So he's probably going live at 1 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to go live at 2 o'clock. I got to get off and get me some sweet tea.
And a honey
and
bun.
some pork rinds.
We have to change you. We need some pork rinds.
No, I gave up honey
Go
bun.
kill your brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say no more honey buns.
Hey, that pork rind thing, isn't that kind of like cannibalistic?
No more honey bun.
You mean Brian B? You mean potato time? 1 o'clock Mississippi time. Chad started that God's time thing.
Well, you know,
I told Chad, you know, you live in Kentucky, don't you? He didn't like that too much.
They do got good whiskey there.
They do. Tennessee's got a little better, though, I have to say.
I think I'll have to step up and say you're right on that one.
Actually, my favorite whiskey comes from Japan, but that's another story.
Yeah, but that's $300 a bottle. What you're talking
I'm
about.
fortunate enough that a lot of the people I do some freelance for are.
Yeah.
I've actually had some of that
connected, and
Jap whiskey. It's
they'll
delicious.
drop me some Hibiki. Once a year, I'll get a bottle from them around Christmas time.
Oh, bless their hearts! I'd be sending them a Christmas card in June.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We send them a
Heck
business
yeah.
card, which is actually a 1 pound bar of chocolate, is what we do.
Yeah, I'd give them 2
Oh,
pounds.
God.
Maybe they'll send you 2 bottles.
Wait, Jody called Brian B. Daddy.
That was good enough.
I think she was actually talking to Dave. Brian B. just got
Oh, wow.
this wish thinking going on.
So David's your daddy? Who's you call daddy?
I whiskey from a bottle.
In Brian's
Oh,
dream.
Wendy.
Well, I tell y'all what, I done found me something I like a lot. I like this a lot.
I can tell. That was full when you showed it to us a minute ago.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
Tastes just like good little soda water.
Here's my little fan. And I've never had it go dead the whole time I
You
used it.
got a floating living room. You got all sorts of room on that boat.
Huh?
You got a
Oh, yeah.
floating living room on
You
that
could have
boat.
a
You got
real
all sorts of
big
room.
fan.
I'm gonna put a ceiling fan up next.
Man, you could get you a couple good dry cell batteries there and just a good inverter and just have you some real fans out there.
Mhm. This works really good. I mean, I've never had the battery go dead in it after using it all day.
Do you have any solar strips on your boat to charge your battery? They're so simple to put on.
I've been thinking about it, but somebody told me
Yeah.
the solar battery charger wouldn't charge my batteries.
Not
They're
very
crazy.
fast. You have to have a lot of them.
You got to have a lot of them.
I got 3 batteries.
You can't go out there with a square and get you a couple of boards and that'll keep them charged.
Figure 2 amps a piece, so it'll be a slow trickle. It'll
Yeah,
charge the boat while
yeah.
it's parked sitting there during the week.
But they have a solar battery charger at Walmart, but I don't know.
So what you're saying, Becca, is that I have to bring tequila. Okay, it will be on our first fishing trip.
What's your
Jody, you
favorite-
like tequila?
I like tequila.
I like tequila. I like mezcal better, but
I don't know. Thank you. I had a couple bad experiences.
it's hit my underwear a couple times too, but I still like it.
I like Don Julio tequila. That's my tequila of choice.
That's mine too. I don't mind it a little distilled white every once in a while, but
Yeah.
Don Julio, that's good.
Yeah, if someone's buying me Patron, I'm not a
I'm not gonna turn it down. But I do like that too. But I don't really drink that much anymore, you know. But I used to partay at one time. But hi there, Andy. Snake River. What's up, Bubs? We out here too, Bubs. What's happening?
I should have had me a cocktail tonight. Might help me get to sleep. I got to get up early tomorrow and get stuff done before the trip.
Well, that's why I decided to have one of them too. I might even have one more of them rascals. That's pretty tasty. Look like somebody done slipped in here and drank my.
Somebody was telling me that their mother used to call it night juice. I forget who told me that.
Night juice. Like Mama's Little Helpers.
Every night she would have it. One
My granddaddy used to call it snake bite medicine.
Oh, I think the snake just bit me.
Melissa
And
says,
he's
I'd rather
gone.
have a pina colada with tequila than rum. I don't know about all that. Tequila's for margaritas. And I like a good margarita. Have you ever
Oh,
had a
no,
margarita, Cody?
I think so.
I think you did that one. Didn't you have one? What was it? Never
As
mind.
a daiquiri.
No, daiquiri. They're pretty good too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had a margarita. Wait. I went to Margaritaville, so probably had one there. That Jimmy Buffett restaurant.
They're tasty. And they're a little bit on the light side. You can have them make them light for you, and you'll be all right. If you're not a drinker, it just tastes good. That lime drink is good.
Mhm.
Strawberry margaritas are good too.
I like the stuff with ice in it and fruit.
Exactly.
I did figure out one thing, man. I ain't never gonna move again without 2 men in a truck. I'm telling you what, Cat. Them boys moved the stove today. I got an antique O'Keefe and Merritt stove. It's a Richie Rich people's stove. It's got 2 big ovens. You can cook big turkeys in it, and we got 6 different burners. It's got broiler, all kinds of griddle. Oh, this thing's huge. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it weighs a jillion pounds. And them boys put that thing up in there. You know, I even had to help them a little bit because it's heavy. But they rented up a ramp. We moved that sucker out of that garage. I was so glad that I can finally get the stuff I haven't gotten in 3 years since that lady put it in our garage. And it had to go, so I went and put it in storage. And I got to figure out how to get it to Montana. So I might, when I take it to Montana, I might just drift down south from there and come see everybody.
Is that where you're moving to, Montana?
You know, he's got a really nice place up there. He wants me to come up there and kind of hang out, and I'm kind of like able to talk to people, and I cook really well. He wants me to come up and cook because sometimes he'll have 50, 60 people up there, and I can go up
nice. And it's just a friend of yours, or is it somebody we know?
Yeah, he's a really close friend of mine.
There you go.
Like my brother, and he wants me to come up there and because it's right on a lake. He wants me to come up there and do some guiding and stuff. And I go, they're gonna have to face the fact I'm a grumpy old fat man that I don't like to take people fishing for money. I made fishing my living so much in my life. I got sick of that. I just do it for fun now.
I don't even want to know what's going on in Hog Mix.
That sounded like Melissa finally had all she's putting up to him. She's cutting him into pieces.
Either that or he's shaving so he doesn't have to do it in the morning.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Wow.
What was that, man?
Wow.
I think that was my cue to get out of here.
He's getting texts from Lance. Where are you? Where are you?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
All right. Hog, thank you for coming up, Bubs. It was very
Yeah, I'll
enjoyable.
stop in there before I go to bed.
Likewise. I'm not going to keep it.
All right.
Although I do get to look.
Thank you for having me in. Thank you for allowing me to come up.
And there's nothing about allow. This is your home too, Bubs. It ain't the boar's nest, it's the invasion.
All right.
You can be a full-time Palmetto anytime you wish. You're my brother, man.
All
I
right.
enjoyed you.
Becca,
Well, all of y'all are invited in the board's nest. And anytime y'all want to come up there on my panel, just feel free.
Thank you, dog.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, Melissa.
Bye.
I was a little nervous. She goes, yum.
Don't know. How do I leave?
Watermelon anything's pretty darn good, David.
Yeah.
I've never had, when people take a watermelon, they cut a hole in it and they dump a bottle of vodka or Everclear in there. I've never had that.
There you go, Miss Becca. She should come out and hang out. Boy, what a panel that would be. Jody, Becca, Mark. Oh,
We're going to be in trouble here.
come on, man. I know we can get into some conversation now. Bring your little round sugar britches up here. I love that woman. I do.
You ever been called sugar britches, Jody?
Yeah, I call her sugar britches.
You have been.
Mm-hmm.
I
What's
have
your
called her
southern thing?
personally sugar britches. There's people who are just naturally sugar britches.
For the
I've
record,
probably been called that 3 times this week.
for
different
the
people.
record, I have not been called sugar britches.
That can change.
I'm pretty sure now it will.
Because you're pretty interesting
We'll go
and
with that.
wonderful. Because you're pretty, you're interesting, and you're wonderful. And you're
Like it says,
articulate.
what you want me up there for?
And you say Amazon like Amazon, and I love that. You sound like home to me. What you want me up there for? For a while.
Steve's been hitting the bed a little earlier these days, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, coach been burning the candle at both ends, fishing and all.
Mm-hmm.
We just want you up here for a little while.
I did see somebody post a picture. He did catch a fish in one of his lives.
Dude, he had that pole all bowed up, didn't he, with them little skinny legs. Coach got some little skinny chicken legs, man. I was gonna tell him he had the little skinny chicken legs, man.
I'm gonna have to screen record when he was handling the fish. He screamed like a little girl.
He did. Oh, man.
You got to send me that.
For like 60 seconds. He didn't shut up.
Really?
But I'm like, it's a channel cat. Come on, man.
Is that what it was? I couldn't tell what the one was.
I can't remember, but it was a smaller one, and I'm like, it's not that bad. Get a grip.
It was funny though.
I might get like that this week. If I get something that looks even close to 30 pounds, you guys are going to see me act like a little boy.
Mm-hmm. I think he even cussed it. I can't remember.
I think we're going to have everybody pitch in a few bucks, and the one with the biggest fish at the end of the week wins. We're going to do something like that, I think so.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and then you put a bottle of Everclear in there with it, David. And let it just sit there and marinate.
Nice. That sounds good.
It's
You know
the
what
only
else
thing.
I like? I like a nice dirty martini with blue cheese stuff.
Oh,
and
dude.
olive.
I don't know about the blue cheese stuff, but
Oh.
I'm a dirty martini fan.
Those are the only olives I'll eat is when they're soaked in vodka stuffed with blue cheese.
Oh man, I could eat that. Sounds good. That sounds
What do we
good.
get? Well, a 60-pound flathead. We'll talk, Becca.
It's not
I
true.
was pretty. I was pretty.
It's not that
shocked.
big. Honey.
When I caught that 58-pound flathead, I was pretty shocked to the point of disbelief. So, when you get a fish that big, it's pretty surreal.
Yeah, you know. You ever been tuna fishing?
I have not. It's on my bucket list. Tuna's on my bucket list. Mahi. Hold on
You
a
don't
second.
know when you're going to kick that bucket. So go on and make you a trip.
I got a big long list of fish. Tuna's on it. Mahi's on it. Wahoo's on it. My all-time number one would be a giant trevally, a GT. But yeah, I got to go halfway around the world to catch them. I don't know if that'll ever happen.
No, you don't. You can go right off in the Gulf of Mexico. There's some giants out there.
Well, they got those jacks.
Well, but
with their clothes.
there's some trolleys too out there. Them things used to follow our shrimp boat, bro, in packs.
Yeah.
And we could actually literally catch them with twine and a bent nail.
There's something about those
jump 'em.
full empty fish that I want to experience. I want to throw 12-inch plugs all day just for that one fish that's gonna strip every ounce of line on my reel. That's what I want.
Wait till you be throwing plugs and get into a good kingfish bite, man. Them things will come out of the water 20 feet hitting that plug. Wham! Out that comes.
So far, the best fighting fish I've ever encountered was a 24-pound king salmon up in Racine, and that did like 70-yard runs. That was crazy.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
I've caught a couple of those. They're hell of a fighting fish. Wait till you put a yellowfin that weighs about 200 pounds on the end of your line.
That'd be fun.
He'll rip everything you got if you ain't got a real reel. You need real. But I would suggest charters out of Venice, Louisiana.
See, that's the thing, Duggar. I don't like fishing charters. I mean, I got my buddy who's a guide, but when we fish, it's no different than when we fished before he was a guide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But other than that, hiring a guide just kind of makes it. I don't know. It's kind of like using chicken for bait. Not something I'm.
Well, I mean, it's not really a guide. It's somebody that has the boat that'll take you out there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know your availability with saltwater boats and people that can take you out on the humps off of Florida or off the North Carolina. Off North Carolina, dude, I've caught some monster in Georgia coast. I've caught some monster bluefin, and but off of Venice, Louisiana, I've caught my biggest yellowfin. I mean, they're two different fish. I've caught them over 1,000 pounds bluefins, and I've caught 250-pound yellowfin.
That's
and
crazy.
them yellowfin will burn you, boy. They will burn you. Don't you try to stop it. So will the bluefin.
Well, you got to reel them in before the sharks get to them too, don't you?
Yeah, but you know they're so fast, bro. If they need to get away from the shark, your drag ain't gonna stop them too much. You know that'll really scare them. That'll really put them in they'll outrun that. They'll outrun that shark until you get them close to the boat.
You know what I need to do, Duggar? I need to get out there one time, and I need to try some of those seasickness stuff with those pills that they got out now. I don't even know what they're called.
Dramamine. It's called Dramamine.
Well, if it's a Dramamine, I know there's a prescription one that works better than Dramamine.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've been out on Lake Michigan on some small boats and like 6-foot swells, and let me tell you, it was not a good trip. I was chumming the whole day.
You know what the trick is to being seasick, buds? I'm go ahead and share it to the world.
I'm listening.
Look at the horizon. Don't look at the water. Look at the horizon, and you'll feel better. I promise you this. If you learn to look at the horizon, when you start feeling queasy, it'll go away.
I'll give it a shot, but I'm still going to take the meds.
I worked offshore, and I'm telling you, the minute we cleared the jetties, I'd get queasy. And then my captain told me that trick, and I was never seasick after that ever. But it's just check out the horizon. Stay outside. Don't go down there and lay down. That's where everybody makes their mistake. Stay outside. Look at the horizon, and your equilibrium will. And that's what seasickness is you're losing your equilibrium. Yep. Okay, so if you look at that horizon, it adjusts your equilibrium, and you won't be seasick.
Jody, you're at 876 subs, huh?
Wow.
Good for you. You're pretty darn close.
I know it.
That last 100 is a hard one.
I believe it.
It is. It's rough. It seems like every time you get to like that 1,000 mark, even close, it's like they slow you down or something. I don't know what it is.
Hey man, I'm only 830 away.
You'll get there.
I don't care if I do or not, really. I like loyal subjects, you know what I mean? So, because I only have to spare so many, you know.
As long as you don't do any of those things that they rumor aliens to do, Duggar.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
They sell some bands that go around your wrist, too, for seasickness.
Hey, I'll try anything.
They work, I reckon. My daughter used them on her cruise.
That could have to do with that night juice, Becca. Well, this year I'm going to worry about this year. This year my plans are Mendota. I'm going to go south in the fall. That one I'm kind of not talking about too much. And then I do want to get a flathead on the Mississippi. I'm going to see if Mr. Lyle wants to go. Good morning, Stephen. How you doing, bud?
Howdy.
But that Mississippi trip, that might be a solo deal. Unless, I want to fish with Lyle too, but I'd like to fish the Missouri with him. Or we may go fish for crappie with Kim. Hey, Duggar, I think you muted yourself, bud.
Mm-hmm. That's how come we got a word in.
Look, he's flipping you off. Hold on. He gave you one of these.
I don't care. You think that bothers me a bit?
I do that to Chad all the time.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, that too. That's what the emoji is all about.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go say hello in Lance's chat for a little bit, and then I got to hit the sack, folks. Thank you for having me, Duggar. I don't know what happened to your mic, bud. Wave if you can hear us. I don't know what happened to him.
No. Maybe he's pretending to get us to get off so he can close.
B. He wants to shut the show down since Becca wouldn't come up here. Maybe if I step down, she'll come up here.
I told her I'd trade with her.
What it is, man.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Barely. You sound like you're talking through a paper towel tube.
Hold on a second. Really? Hold on. I'm getting closer to it.
You know what? That's a great idea, Becca. You should have like a charades night on your channel. That would be a fun trip, David. That would be a good time. Yeah, Grenada would be awesome. That's on my bucket list too, Steven. Definitely. That's where I'm going to get my 3-pounder. We'll see if things work out. I'll be able to travel here soon, so a lot more. Grenada would be a good winter trip. I got to see what the crappie bite's like down there in the winter. Maybe I won't have to go all the way to Texas. If I go to Texas, I'll hire SK to take me out, but we'll make videos and stuff, and he'll just take me to his. That'll be more like fishing with a friend than anything. What are your plans this year, Jody?
My plans is to get new PBs. I'm traveling different waters, trying to learn the whole Tennessee River within 2 hours of me.
Now, do you ever fish the Chickamauga?
I'm going to start going there. I'm going to go to Watts Bar Dam first.
I know guys that got 70 plus pound flatheads right there at the dam.
I know.
They're there. You're on, like I keep telling you, you're on good water. Take advantage of it. How far is that from you?
It's another hour.
And that makes total what, 2?
About 2.5 hours, I'd say.
Right. That's about how far I am from the Wisconsin River.
Gas is just so high now. I mean, I put $100 in it yesterday, and
I had a quarter
don't
tank.
even have to get back down there.
Yeah, I have a diesel, so I had a quarter tank. I topped it off today for the trip. It cost me $137. $5.20 a gallon here.
Yeah. See, I'll probably spend at least $300 next week just going to that gathering and back.
That's a lot of dough.
But it's fun.
When are you going to the gathering? Are you going to go on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm going to try and get down there Thursday and do my challenge from down there. So I probably lose again, but that's okay.
Hey, Duggar, why don't you try going out and coming back in? I don't know if he can even hear us.
Yeah. I mean, I only went 150 miles and had to pay that.
He can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah.
That's a common problem for some. They just leave and come. Yeah, David, that is unreal. It really made my stomach turn. I used to be able to fill my tank for $70. $6 in some parts of the Pennsylvania. I believe it. That you guys are like all the way at the end of the pipeline up there.
I thought he released gas that was supposed to drop it. I never saw it drop.
It went. What it did is it went up and it just slowed it down a little bit. That's the thing. The problem here is even if he does that, the companies aren't going to lower the price of gas because they have no confidence in him allowing them to take more. So
Yeah.
it's a long political game. So yeah, Duggar, if you hear us, just leave and come back in, bud. Don't end the stream. Just remove yourself and come back in.
He may be wanting to end because he didn't plan on staying on this long.
All right, well then hit the end button. We'll hang out here until he stops.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. He's waving. No idea. I don't know that. The only sign language I know will get me in trouble.
He's crying.
Poor Duggar. He wants to say goodnight to everybody, I'll bet.
Good night, everybody. Thanks
Good night,
for coming
everybody.
to Duggar's stream. We had a good time. He appreciates everybody coming in. He spares everybody that's here. And please like and subscribe to his channel.
You will not be probed if you're a subscriber.
That's right.
That's right.
Nanu.
Oh, he's telling us to wait. The Men in Black finally got him, Buck says.
That's a good one.
All right, I'm going over to Lance's. So Duggar, thank you very much for having me, bud. We'll talk to you later.
See ya. You can go back to talking now. He's gone. I can't hear you. Maybe I'm the only one can't hear him. Can you all hear him in chat? He says, love ya. You know, I've actually got a takeover. Dun, 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 dun. It's the Jody Show. Did he just leave? And I can't leave. I can't end it. He knows he has to end it, right? I can leave, but it still keeps going. Let's see if he says anything in chat. Okay. Mr. Duggar, you still have to hit the end button to close your live. Means you have to come back into it. He's probably already over Lance's. Do you think he booted himself and didn't hit end? I think so too, but he should still be able to come back into it. He might not know how, though. He's just started using it. Dun, 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 dun. My laptop died. I can't tell there's anybody in chat. Yep. You just enter it like you did. I bet he don't ever pre-schedule one. But there'll be a button that says enter studio, then three little dots to the side. Ain't that right, Becca? if he's listening, he may be over Lance's. Heidi relaxing frustrations. There he is. I stayed, waited for you. Hey, James Kirkpatrick, how you doing? I think he's fixing it. He accidentally left and didn't end, so he's going to come back in, end it, and go to. Well, I don't know if he's going to Lance's or not. I figured he was. Hey, Andy A. You don't know how to do it? If I leave, will it shut down, Becca? I don't think it will, but will it? No, Mr. Duggar's in chat right there. He says, I don't know, but thanks to all. Mr. Duggar loves you all. So, hey, Survival. Yay! Now you just got to hit that leave button in the bottom.
Am I here?
I can hear
Hi.
you.
Wow,
Howdy.
I have no idea. It's like this freaking thing's possessed. Hi, Miss Becker.
I didn't want to go off and not protect your page.
I went completely out and I came back in. I had no clue. I just like, ah! Survival. Lieutenant Survival. What's happening, Survival? Relaxing frustrations. Welcome in, brother Andy. You still here, bud? How you guys, gals? Could not believe that. I was like, this thing is possessed, man. It's like I got Chucky inside there or something. I don't know.
Yep.
It's beyond my technological understanding.
Well, you're learning it. You're doing really good, by the way.
Darn it. I don't know. Could it be these? No, I don't.
Or the lemonade.
It will say in stream. Yeah, I see that in broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, brother.
Well, I'm going to jump off and get ready to take a nap. Hopefully, I can go to sleep. Hopefully, I can go to sleep.
I think I'm going to have me a baby nap here after a while, man. I'm just going to go in there and take me a hard lemonade slumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Lance is coming in, and I just try to do it in between everybody so I don't step on anybody's toes. I like that. I call him the Kolohi Kid. That means little rascal in Hawaiian. Kolohi.
Yeah.
Barb was from Hawaii, so I knew all the chocolate bar, and all kinds, and So it's pretty cool, that Lance would come on. He caught it the first time. I go, I asked him, I said, are you a Cologne kid? I got. He goes, I know what that means. I go, yeah. You are Hawaiian. All right, sweetheart. Thank you
All right.
so
See you. You're welcome.
for coming
Bye.
up. Miss Becca, thank you for coming in my chat. All right, folks. All those in chat, I just want everybody to always remember Mr. Duggar loves everybody. I'm always in my little show with a prayer, and I hope you indulge me in that, because I'm going to do it. I don't care if you want me to or not. So I thank you for coming in and enjoying the show and being part of the show and stuff. But all things is possible with the Lord, and I believe that. So here it goes. Thank you, dear Lord, for letting these people come in here and share this night with me tonight. I hope you bless them in all their travels, and I hope you bless them in their everyday life. And I plead, dear Lord, for anybody that cries out in your name, that they should be taken care of forthwith. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you. Amen. And once again, thank you folks for coming in. Have a blessed night. Miss Becca, love you. And thank you, Survival. I appreciate that, bub. You will be spared when we invade. Thank y'all, and go give old Lance a shout out. Go over there to Lance's cool guys, Hawaiian boy, and telling they have been invaded by the invasion. Thank you, and God bless. Good night.